And we are indeed back once again, this time back in action for our New York Knicks. And while we probably had a little bit of a disappointing game last night that we tuned in for unexpectedly, right? Late addition to the schedule, wanted to tune in for Giannis's return game. Didn't think it was going to be a good game. It ended up not being a very good game, so I left there with a little bit of a bitter taste in my mouth. So hopefully our New York Knicks show up here in Toronto and pull off the victory. So let's go ahead and let's start the show. That's right, y'all. We are back once again, and thank goodness we have our New York Knicks to thank. Thank goodness we have our New York Knicks to watch. Thank goodness we have our New York Knicks playing basketball here today. Unfortunately, we are not in New York, though. We are out in Toronto here today. Today, the Knicks taking on the Raptors in Toronto, obviously, as I've said multiple times. In Toronto today, taking on the Raptors. A very good Raptors team, but a Raptors team that the New York Knicks all season long have dominated nonetheless. And so here today, I'm not too worried. I'm actually coming in really confident that our New York Knicks will come in and show out. Between OG Anunoby, Jaylen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns, and the game Mikal Bridges is coming off of, oh, best believe we'll get to him. I'm really confident in our New York Knicks pulling this victory off today. Mitchell Robinson, I should say up front, is playing. And so that invariably means that he will not be playing tomorrow when the Knicks play the Oklahoma City Thunder. And if there were ever a situation where I could stress to you guys how, that's the wrong way of phrasing. I was going to say how little Mike Brown truly cares about the regular season. That's not the correct way of phrasing it. That's what I was going to say. I refrained myself from saying it. That is not how I should phrase that. But how Mike Brown views the regular season in a completely diametric way to how Tom Thibodeau viewed the season. It is not about winning every single regular season game and trying to go 82-0. It is simply about building good habits, winning important games, getting through the season healthy, and completing the marathon to get to the sprint of the playoffs, right? And if there's anything more emblematic of that, it's Mike Brown choosing to play Mitchell Robinson on the front end of this back-to-back against the Toronto Raptors as opposed to saving him for the back end versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? Like me, I'm sure a lot of you figured, well, we'll sit him against Toronto. We shouldn't have too much issue with them. And we'll play him against the Oklahoma City Thunder because that is the harder, more important game to play against, right? Mike Brown is like, well, Toronto's an East Coast team, so we're going to play Mitchell Robinson against Toronto, and then we'll go in and try to do our best against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that's just not a mindset that I have, that I'm sure a lot of you have. But today, Mitchell Robinson will be playing, and we'll get to Mitch. We'll get to Mitch as we get to every player as we always do. Zenith, what's up, Zenith? Oda Austin, what's up, Oda? Benzino, David M, K Hazy, Anthony G&T, Donald Moore Music, what's up, Don? He said, I've got Knicks Clippers tickets for next Monday. I'm going to miss the stream because I'll be at the game. Look for my blue and orange hat in the Intuit Dome. Absolutely, Don. Appreciate you, man. Have a good time there. Cindy Nevins, what's up, Cindy? Jeff Brown, as always. Appreciate you, Jeff, our resident Cavs fan. Big Cavs game today against the Pistons again, but Harden is playing this time. Ricardo Brothwhite, Big Rud, Ahmed, what's up, Ahmed? Mark, of course, as always, my guy Mark. Twilson, what's up, Twilson? My guy Sons Gen, very generous in the chat, as always. Appreciate you, Sons Gen. Big Rud, what's up, Big Rud? Rafael Torres, peace to all. Jonathan Martinez, Justice's dad. Let's get to it. K. Hazy said, props to Mike for the faith. He's got faith. If anything, Mike Brown has faith in his process. And so it kind of it gives me faith to have faith in my guy, Mike Brown, right? So I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna roll with it. I would have saved them for the Thunder game, but clearly Mike Brown is prioritizing winning this Raptors game here today. They asked him about it in the pregame, and he said, well, Toronto's an East Coast team. Like, we want to make sure we stay ahead of Toronto by all means necessary, meaning we win the game tonight, and then we try to compete as best as we can against the Thunder. And we could still win against the Thunder with the injuries we have because they're also dealing with injuries. So it's not like it's a fully healthy team versus a team missing Mitchell Robinson. We should be able to survive. So hopefully that works out here today, and they pull off the victory with with Mitchell Robinson here. Miss Mar, what's up, Miss Mar? Chico Sapoti, what's up, Chico? Aloha, what's up? What's up, Chico? We're going to start where we always start, and that's with the captain, Jaylen Brunson, who continues to just be Jaylen Brunson. The fanfare has kind of died down for Jaylen Brunson because he just comes out and he does what he always does. He gets buckets, he runs the offense, he sets his teammates up, and he gets the team rolling. He gets the team playing well, right? Miss Mar said, love the fashion. Appreciate you. I'm on my Clyde Frazier game today. I was feeling it. I was feeling a little Clyde today. Feeling a little Clyde. It was either this or going a little casual so we could dress up tomorrow, but I'm feeling a little Clyde today out here in Toronto. Jaylen Brunson, he's just being Jaylen Brunson. Again, there's really nothing to go over with Jaylen Brunson. He's playing well, he's shooting it well, he's distributing well, he's running the offense, he's being a good captain. He's part of the pain of being a content creator talking about Jaylen Brunson when he's the best player on your team is there's no controversy. He's pretty consistent. Every now and again, we could talk about him coming off a bad game or him maybe being in a slight slump like we did recently. But outside of that, it's just Jaylen Brunson being Jaylen Brunson, right? There's not much to say about that. Daniel Dash, what's up, Daniel Dash? What time is tip-off? Tip-off is scheduled for 7:30, meaning we'll probably actually tip the game off around 7:10. Give or take a couple of minutes. We could go to over Karl-Anthony Towns now, and Karl-Anthony Towns has been the subject of a ton of conversation this year. But honestly, Karl-Anthony Towns seemingly has just kind of figured it out. It's about time. It took almost the entirety of a season, but I'm really comfortable with what he's doing as of late, and the counting stats aren't jumping out to people. Coming off of that game against the San Antonio Spurs, I think a lot of people ended up looking at the box score. I mean, we did the game last night, and there were a couple of people who were like, oh, Karl-Anthony Towns didn't have a very good game, huh? And it's like, no. When you watch the game, Karl-Anthony Towns is fantastic defensively as of late. Maybe not fantastic is a little strong of a word. For his bar, where he's been throughout his career, we could certainly call his defense fantastic. But his defense has been very good, very high level. He's been locked in. He's doing a much better job of staying out of foul trouble. He's playing a much smarter game with his decision making, when to attack, when to hang back, when to space the court. He's not forcing things in the way that he would before. And I'm really happy with the way Karl-Anthony Towns has been playing, even if he walks away from a game with like 12 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, obviously, I'd like him to score over 20 every single night. But on nights where it's like, okay, we're going to lean on Bridges, lean on Josh Hart, lean on Jaylen Brunson, and then have the bench come in and be really impactful. If you could just focus on your rebounding, your defense, spacing the court, and taking advantage of your opportunities when they come, as long as you play good, smart basketball, I don't really have an issue with the way Karl-Anthony Towns puts up, with the numbers he puts up. I'm fascinated with the season Karl-Anthony Towns has had, because I think earlier in the year he was forcing it to get his numbers, and then it kind of got a little weird with him being like, oh, okay, I'm struggling, so let me lean into the offense a little bit, trying to figure it out, not working, him not really taking a ton of shots, not being prioritized in the offense, then feeling it again, forcing it again, and just like this up and down nature of, I think, chasing the stats, right? Because last season, I've had people tell me or have the opinion that Karl-Anthony Towns' season last year was better than this year. And he was more consistent last year with putting up more traditional counting stat numbers. He averaged 25 and 10 or whatever it was last year, 11, similar numbers, but obviously more scoring on better efficiency too. And so you would think that invariably that means, oh, he was just better last year. And by the numbers he was better, but by the impact, he's been far better this year. I mean, everybody, the advanced analytics, the eye test these past couple of weeks has really benefited Karl-Anthony Towns' game in terms of really approaching it in the way of like, is he playing well? Is he not playing well? What kind of impact is he having on the game? Man, he's dominating. He is dominating, not in a traditional way of putting up 25 and 10 every single night, but in a way where it's like, damn, can we get Karl-Anthony Towns out of this game, right? There were times where teams would rather Towns in the game and Robinson on the bench, and I think right now, teams would rather Karl-Anthony Towns on the bench. He's really, really, really impacting the game in a positive way. Now, that's just me. A lot of the advanced stats are pointing to it. I'm not just going off of the advanced stats. I've been talking very highly of Karl-Anthony Towns in his play these past couple of weeks. I was looking at the advanced stats today and being like, yeah, they kind of match my eye test. I don't know about you guys, but Karl-Anthony Towns accepting the role. He's also passing out of drives a lot more. The advanced stat I saw today, which matched the eye test of he's driving to the rim and he's passing out of 30% of his drives. Last season, it was 12. He's just doing a much better job of reading the defense, swinging it out to his teammates, and trusting the process. And you know what? Process is working out. Hopefully it continues to work out. Hopefully he has another good game today. And they continue to play well. And then hopefully he'll work come playoff time. But they're still going to need him on nights to go off for 20 plus because that's what stars are going to be relied upon to do. He can't just be a 12 and 10 guy. He's got to be more than that. Or a 12 and 12 guy. He's got to be more than that in the regular box score department. There's always room for improvement. He could still be better in that department. The percentages still have to go up. The Knicks could do a better job of finding him in those spots. They could do a better job of feeding him for more buckets, of course, as always. That is still true. He's not perfect right now, but he's playing within himself, within his role, and with what's best for the team right now. That's all you could ask for. That's all I could ask for. David M. What's up, David M? Feels like they reduced Cat to a role player. Not really. Not really. They're just not giving him the ball and say, hey, go to work, Karl-Anthony Towns. You have to make the offense work. Karl-Anthony Towns is operating as a star within the system, right? And so it just is going to end up with him getting less shots. Also sharing the court with Josh Hart, where Josh Hart is getting ghost coverage, where they're not guarding him at all, puts him in a spot where like he has to space the court and allow Jaylen Brunson and Josh Hart to play a two-man game. So the offense is not going to run through him. They're not going to give him the ball and say, hey, figure out a way to generate a bucket here. And they're not going to force Jaylen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns pick and rolls when the matchup doesn't really call for it. I think they're just playing a really smart style of basketball right now. Everybody's eating. Everybody's generating. And when you have a team built the way the Knicks have their team built, with the talented players that they have between Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, and Towns, the idea was when they traded all those picks for Mikal Bridges as the final piece. It was Karl-Anthony Towns' trade came after, but you know what I mean. They knew they were trading for Towns, so they had to trade for Bridges to replace DiVincenzo. Talked about this. When that occurred, the idea was on any given night, it could be a Brunson night, it could be a Towns night, it could be an Anunoby night, it could be a Bridges night. Heck, it could even be a Josh Hart night. And with the bench players that they have now, it could be a McBride night, it could be a Shamet night, it could be an Alvarado night, like we saw in Philly a couple of weeks ago before the All-Star break. It could even at this point be, and we'll get to him, a Mo Diwara night. The Knicks are putting themselves in a position where they can go 8-9 men deep in a playoff, maybe even 10 men deep in a playoff run, and truly feel like every single player on the court, and they have a system to take advantage of it, every single player on the court right now is a threat to go off for 20. And I think that is more valuable than having two guys give you 25 a night. Especially in modern basketball, where we've seen these last 4 or 5 championship teams generally be the deepest teams in the NBA. You can't do it off of the backs of 1 or 2 players anymore. You need everybody contributing. And if that means Karl-Anthony Towns is going to have nights where he has 12 points, but he dominates the boards and holds up defensively and doesn't turn the ball over and spaces the court for those other guys to operate, then that's what's going to have to be done. And before the season started, when Mike Brown talked about sacrifice and the players talked about sacrifice, this is the sacrifice. It's not Karl-Anthony Towns' average dipping to 12 points per game. It's the fact that he'll have nights where he has 25, he'll have nights where he has 12. He'll have nights where he plays 36, 37, 38 minutes, and he'll have nights where he plays 28. Because maybe it's a Mitchell Robinson night, and he's snagging 6, 7, 8 offensive rebounds in the game. That's the idea, when they built this team, that's supposed to be the idea. And I think Karl-Anthony Towns is truly fitting into that and finally finding his role in what the idea was when Mike Brown took the job. And what the front office thought should have been his role when they traded for him. Raymond, what's up, Raymond? Isaiah Gardner, ready. Appreciate you. Keith, what's up, Keith? John Corley, what's up, John? David M, of course, as always. Robespierre, appreciate you. Appreciate you. J Money, what's up, J Money? Let's see if we can continue beating the Raptors. Yes, the Knicks, I believe they're 3-0 this season against the Raptors. I could be wrong on that record, but I know they beat them twice in pretty dominating fashion. Let's pull this up real quick. It should come up right here. They are, got to scroll all the way down. All the way down. Yes, they are 3-0 against them this season. And they play them 2 more times, once tonight and then another time in April towards the end of the regular season. Hilarious. They're going to play them 5 times this year. Obviously, one got added to the schedule because the one time they beat them earlier in the year was a in-season tournament game that was added. So they beat them 116-94, 117-101, 119-92. So 2 of the 3 victories, they've held them under 100 points. In the 1 victory, they went over 100. They scored 101. And the way the Knicks have been playing defense as of late, and they're going to have Mitchell Robinson available to them today, boy, oh boy, do I expect the Toronto Raptors to struggle to score today. We beat them 3 times. Yes, I got it up here. And we play them 2 more times. We're going to play them 5 times this year. Isaiah Gardner said the Raptors don't have shooters. They do not. They do not. They do not. So let's continue to go through it. I always spend way too much time ranting about our New York Knicks. We don't even get to cover the opposing team anymore. So let's get through it as fast as we can now. OG Anunoby coming off a phenomenally defensive game he played against the San Antonio Spurs, in which he guarded everybody. He had possessions where he guarded Wemby. He had possessions where he guarded Castle. He had possessions where he was chasing around Vassell. He had possessions where he was chasing around Champagnie and sticking to him like glue. He guarded everybody, and he guarded everybody extremely well. He had possessions where he guarded De'Aaron Fox. It was an absolute masterclass of a defensive game from OG Anunoby. That's what he does. And also, by the way, he knocked down a couple of open shots. So as long as you're knocking down the open ones and you're playing defense at the level we know you're capable of playing defense like we saw against San Antonio Spurs, nothing negative to say about OG. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for. J Money said, right, let's take care of them and move on to OKC. That's going to be the true test. It will be the true test a little bit because the Thunder will come in a little banged up. The Knicks are also not going to have Mitchell Robinson, unfortunately, as they're playing him today, and he doesn't play in back-to-backs, which, okay. So it's a test, but I'm going to be a little semantical here with this. I don't think a true test because, again, both teams won't be 100%. Obviously, the Knicks also missing Deuce McBride, so. Ahmed said, Mo Diwara, do you think he earned a spot in the rotation? I hope he did. I mean, he earned a spot in the rotation to me, Ahmed, like 2 months ago. I've been calling for Mo Diwara for forever. Honestly, I've been calling for Mo Diwara since Summer League. If you guys have been around since Summer League, when we covered the Knicks Summer League games, and I had no idea who Mo Diwara was. And we're watching, and I'm like, I didn't even know if he was going to come over to the team when they drafted him 51st overall. I was like, is this a draft and stash pick? And so we got to watch him in Summer League, and I was like, oh, this kid's for real. And guess what? He's for real. He's for real. He's significantly better than I thought he was going to be. But you can go back. I might even go back and pull that clip from Summer League and post it on the channel. Because I said in Summer League, and I posted it on Twitter. I can actually pull up the tweet as well. Mo Diwara is going to find his way into the rotation at some point during the regular season. He may not be a full participant in it, but because players will sit down and injuries will happen, to be a full part of the rotation at some point. And guess what? He has exceeded even my lofty expectations in the preseason. This kid is real. I definitely think he should be a part of the rotation from this point moving forward. Hopefully for the remainder of his NBA playing career, he will remain a Knick and be a very, very good player. Tay Cowboys, everyone playing tonight. Obviously, Deuce McBride's still out. That has to be said. But outside of that, everybody's available to play today. Raymond said, Mo paid his dues, let him play. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Isaiah Gardner, I see you, brother. He said, where are you at? Why doesn't he play Mitch against OKC than against the Raptors? Come on. We talked about it. Very tippity top. Mike Brown, it is very emblematic of how he has talked about the regular season, how he treats the regular season, and it's in diametric opposition to the way Tom Thibodeau treats the regular season. Tom Thibodeau treats the regular season as in we have to maximize every potential chance to win every single basketball game. Whereas Mike Brown is like, oh, this one, Toronto is an Eastern Conference team. They're in the 5th seed. They're 35 and 25, so they're only 3 back in the loss column to the Knicks. This is a very important game in Mike Brown's mind to win. Make sure the Knicks stay ahead of the Toronto Raptors in the seeding. You guys might not be worried about the Toronto Raptors, and I don't even think the Knicks are worried about the Toronto Raptors, but any chance you get to extend your lead in the standings, Mike Brown is going to take advantage of, and he's looking at the Oklahoma City Thunder and like, they're a great team. He might be looking at his game plan and thinking, well, how much am I even looking to play Mitchell Robinson in that game anyway, right? He might only be looking to make him play 18 minutes. Can they survive 18 minutes of Huck Porty? Can they go to 14 minutes of Huck Porty, dip the minutes down a little bit more, lean a little bit more on Karl-Anthony Towns in that game? I don't know. But you can very well clear Mike Brown is a lot more interested in just surviving the regular season rather than maximizing every single win. And I think it's going to end up for the better. At least it should, theoretically, end up for the better, as the Knicks should be going into the playoffs very healthy and ready to go, playing good basketball. So that is a decision he made. I don't necessarily agree with it. It seems to me like you guys don't necessarily agree with it. But I see the logic in it, at least, right? At least there's logic in the decision. Sons Jen said, hope you and all are well. That's my favorite outfit so far. Appreciate you, Sons Jen. Appreciate you. Isaiah Gardner said, I just don't like how Huck's been playing this season. I'm with you 100%, Isaiah Gardner. He hasn't been terrible, but he's kind of been a little disappointing, Huck Porty. He hasn't impressed me so much so that he's one of the few players for the Knicks that actually doesn't have a player graphic yet. Almost every player on the Knicks has a player graphic. We have 13 Knicks player graphics, which is obviously a record. Most other teams have at most 10 or 11, whereas the Knicks have 13 of their players with player graphics. Josh Hart had a disastrous first half against the San Antonio Spurs. We were calling for the benching of Josh Hart, not for the entire game, but pull him out of the game. He played 17 of the 24 minutes in the first half. He only sat for 7 minutes of it, which was just far too many minutes to me. He had a significantly better second half. Shout out my guy Josh Hart and the coaching staff and the players on the court, including Josh Hart, for making the adjustment of how they wanted to play and involve him in the game. And also Josh Hart just flat out playing better. Just flat out playing better. He recognized the jump shot wasn't going down. He said, okay, I got to make an impact somewhere. And just got loose ball after ridiculous rebound after ridiculous rebound over and over again. And just out-hustled the Spurs in the second half. And then ultimately it got him going a little bit. He got a couple of layups. He finally knocked down a 3 or 2. And then next thing you know, the Knicks are rolling and they end up blowing the Spurs out. So shout out Josh Hart for sticking to the process and eventually kind of overcoming the things he wasn't doing well and ultimately finishing out the game in what I would say a positive way, right? He started off down in the dregs, in the negative. Boy, oh boy, was it bad. I was ready to kick Josh Hart off the court myself. I was going to run into the guard and just drop kick him off the court. How poorly he was playing in the first half. But he turned it around in the second half, as I would expect most Knicks to do. If you come out and you play poorly in one half, I expect you to make up for it in the other half. Keith said, I noticed that Deuce is traveling with the team, even though he is hurting. Well, he got the surgery done, and I'm sure he's cleared for travel, or else he wouldn't be traveling, obviously, right? He's cleared for travel and walking around. He did say in his last media availability that he is capable of doing kind of form shooting, which if you don't know what form shooting is, you just stand still, you don't jump, you don't lift up or anything. You just stand there and you form shoot. You just shoot with all arms, all wrists, and that's all you do. And so he's doing that. He's not doing anything else but that. So if you could do that, I would assume you could at least travel. So he's traveling with the team, and I like to see that. Lionel Monos with double Lionel. Tough schedule is coming. It starts tonight, I guess. True. Very true. Tough schedule coming. The Knicks have the game against Toronto today at Toronto. They have a back-to-back tomorrow against the Oklahoma City Thunder in New York in the Garden. And then they go on a West Coast road trip, and they have the Lakers, they have Denver, they have the Clippers. So a couple of tough games coming up on their schedule very, very soon here. It's a very tough stretch. And then they have a softer stretch to end the season. So we'll see where they end up after this tough stretch and what it'll look like in terms of battling for playoff seeding. Corvus, what's up, Corvus? Cook us a good game, Chef. Hopefully the Knicks come out and do it exactly what we need them to do. Exactly what they've done all season. Handle the Toronto Raptors tonight. Duda Daily, what's up, Duda Daily? How you been? I've been good. Disappointed in the game last night, but we should have a good game today. Mitchell Robinson, he is playing today. He's not playing tomorrow. Mitchell Robinson against the Toronto Raptors should have a very good, impactful game. They don't really have traditional centers. Jakob Poeltl is playing. He did not play in the last two, I believe, the Knicks played against them, but he's playing against Jakob Poeltl. They don't really have a backup center. They have Sandro Mamukelashvili as their backup big. They also have Trace Jackson Davis, who they traded for from the Golden State Warriors, who's an okay big, but should not be at the level of Mitchell Robinson. So Mitchell Robinson should have a good game today. Deuce McBride, like we just talked about, still out with the injury. Still no full update on his timetable. There is slight optimism that he come back for the end of the regular season, so I hope so. Foong Pei, what's up, Foong Pei? Slapped you late because I don't have the proper subscription to watch the game. I'm just going to trust whatever you say. Appreciate you, Foong Pei, as always. Nature, what's up, Nature? So what do you think? We will win today or not? I have full confidence that the New York Knicks will pull off the victory today. They've beaten them 3 times already in dominant, in all 3 in dominant fashion. So I don't expect anything different today. Landry Shamet continues to be invaluable to this team, especially in the absence of Deuce McBride. Over 40% from three-point range, and the point of attack defense. He did a great job of sticking to Devin Vassell the other night like glue, which is incredibly important, as you could see when the Pistons took on the San Antonio Spurs. They really struggled to guard Devin Vassell, and he was one of the heroes of that game to pull off the victory for the Spurs over the Pistons that night. The Knicks employ a guy like Landry Shamet to stay connected to him, made sure he didn't have any airspace to get threes off, and he did a great job. He's filling in for the absence of Deuce McBride as well, but when we have both of those guys back on the court, boy, oh boy, will it be fun and special. I can't wait for it. Also can't wait for Deuce McBride and Jose Alvarado to share the court. Alvarado was fantastic in a multitude of areas the other night. He didn't necessarily put up the counting stats against San Antonio Spurs, but his impact was definitely felt with also his point of attack defense, sticking with shooters and chasing them off the screens. Also his playmaking, his ability to play fast and push the pace, which counteracted the Spurs' ability to guard the Knicks in the half court, pushing the pace, for not able to attack the basket before Wemby can get set up, or spraying it out to three-point shooters, or just pushing it down and causing mismatches all over the court really helped the Knicks get into good offense in the half court there. It was really great from Jose Alvarado, a really well-played game, really smart, intuitive game from him off the bench, and I just love having Jose Alvarado out there, I can't lie. He also got one of those Grand Theft Alvarado steals as well against the Spurs, so that was fun to see as well. Just that's it. Lance Andy is live and well. You know what is also live and well? The Mo Diwara hype is slowly but surely building its way up, baby. Don't pay too close attention to the counting stats. Don't pay too close attention to the efficiency here, although pay very close attention to the 40% from three-point range. My guy, Mo Diwara, is coming, and now everybody knows it because he did it on the largest stage. Right, he did it on the nationally televised game on ABC, taking on Victor Wembanyama. All eyes were on that game. It was the only game on at the time. It was a 1 o'clock start time. The only game on. All eyes were on it. And you know who came into the game and decided, I ain't scared? Mo Diwara came in, 13 three-point attempts in 15 minutes. Set a record. Most amount of three-point attempts per minute in NBA history. My guy, Mo Diwara, is not afraid. We said it at the beginning of the night when they guarded Josh Hart that way and Josh Hart started to turn down shots. I told Wemby. I told him. I said it live here on the show. I said, I dare you, Wembanyama, to guard Mohamed Diwara that way. And he did, and Mo Diwara made him pay. Boy, oh boy, it was a beautiful sight to see. Aisha with the Bahisha. I'm going to buy cashews and wine. I'll be right back. Let's go, Knicks. I appreciate you, Aisha. Appreciate you. Enjoy yourself. Nikki, what's up, Nikki? Foong Pei said, oh boy, here comes the Mo Glazing. You know, and I will never stop it. You're never going to get me to hate on Mo Diwara. That is my guy. Future superstar. Let's get to consistent role player first, and then we'll keep climbing our expectations from there. But boy, oh boy, am I so happy to see Mo Diwara actually a part of the rotation. Don't ever take this man out of the rotation again. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Cool Mo D is coming for Hart's spot. This is an off-season question. I did see a couple of people from Twitter talking about this. I put out a tweet saying this is an off-season conversation. He will remain off the bench for the remainder of the season, as he should be. Let my guy get actual NBA experience before we even have conversations of him being a starter, right? This team is competing for a championship. Let my guy come off the bench. Just that said Mo. Ronald, what's up, Ron? Just that said Mo has the look of a dude who has been in some real-life situations. I mean, there's nothing he's afraid of. He saw Wembanyama, and he said, all right, and And I love Mo. I love Mo. He's quickly rising favorite player on the team list. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put him 2. He's 2. No one's ever going to overtake Mitchell Robinson. That's my favorite player on the team. Longest tenure Knick. You're never going to get me to hate Mitchell Robinson. Mo Diwara's 2, though. And he might be solidly in 2. Deuce McBride is 3. But Mo. Just that said, Mo does have the look and makeup of a star. He does. A lot of motorists said a young Kevin Durant. It's a little too far. Kevin Durant, one of the greatest players of all time. Top 20 player of all time. I don't know if I could say that about Mo Diwara right now, but the potential is there, man. The potential is there for him to... We already see he's a legitimate role player in the NBA. Mark 2. He's number 2 on my list. He's my second favorite player on the team to watch. He's number 2. Loudmouth Lou, what's up, Lou? David M said Mo is OG at a discount price. He might be. But he's got off the dribble and passing chops that OG Anunoby doesn't have. OG Anunoby has never shown the off the dribble passing chops that Mo Diwara has shown this early in his career. So, Mo's my second favorite player on the team to watch. No ifs, ands, buts, or about it. I have a very, very weird top 5 favorite players on the team. He said, that's a statement, brother. I will say I have a very weird top 5 favorite players to watch on the team. Obviously, Brunson's the best player. Towns is right behind him. OG's third. Bridges, like those are great players. You can love them, whatever. They don't even sniff my top 5. Forget about those guys. I love watching the young guys figure themselves out, which is why I always love Mitchell Robinson. Second round pick who's gone to this point in his career doing this. Love that guy. You will never get me to not love Mitchell Robinson. He's my favorite player on the team. As long as he's wearing orange and blue, I'll root for the guy. Mo Diwara, he's risen up to 2, partly because Deuce McBride has been out with injury. I haven't been able to watch Deuce McBride in so long, right? He's been in and out of the lineup all season long with injuries. But Deuce McBride has now dropped down to 3. When we get to 4, who's 4? Bakom Dadier? Tyler Kolek might be in there. Again, I root for the young developing players. It's like my favorite players to watch. That's some of my favorite aspects of watching NBA basketball, is watching players figure it out over the long term of a season. So, yes, I love Brunson. I love Towns. I love Anunoby. I love Bridges. I love watching them play. But in terms of who are my favorite players on the team, it's an eclectic group. Very eclectic group. I get it. It's unconventional. It's weird. I get it. But that's who I like. That's who I like watching. Maybe it's because I was brought up as a fan in the mid to late 2000s of Knicks basketball, of never being a good team. He said, no way, it's Bakom. It can't be Bakom. He can't even get on the court. It's not Bakom, but I'm just saying. If Bakom Dadier comes into the game, guess what? My excitement and my enjoyment kind of goes up a little bit. So that factors into who I like watching, right? Shout out Paco, man. I was so excited for him last year. He has not shown up in year 2, though. Ernest Cash, what's up, Ernest? Tammy, what's up, Tammy? Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? Raymond said Mo went up to block Wemby's jam. No fear whatsoever. Kevin Anderson, what's up, Kev? Teams are watching him. They must find a way to keep him. He is the future. He's not going anywhere, Kev. I have 0% worries that Mo Diwara will go anywhere. The Knicks will keep him around. He'll be all right. He'll be a Knick. I think there's too much worry going on with Mo Diwara. He's not going anywhere. Jeremy Sohan, he is losing his spot to Mo Diwara very, very quickly. It's still not a bad buyout signing. It's a very low risk, high reward possibility of a signing. The issue is that he can just throw this kind of monkey wrench into a team that's competing for a championship, who kind of already has a set rotation. So he is hey, we got you on the team, we got you in the system, we got you in the building, so you're going to have to work on these things come the offseason, and then come into training camp and win a spot on the team, and win a spot in the rotation, as opposed to just experimenting, because it's too late in the regular season to experiment at this point, right? So they got him in the building. Maybe he could be something down the line, but it will not happen this season, I'll tell you that. Isaiah Garner said, no, it's Mitch, Tyler, Deuce, and Diwara. Yeah, Tyler Kolek might have to be up there, because I do get excited when Tyler Kolek is in the game. I do. Mark said, Mo's offseason trade bait, y'all. Let's not do this, Mark. Let's not do this. Don't get me in the headspace where I got to think about Mo Diwara wearing another team's uniform after I just got all excited for him. Don't do this. If they're going to trade for Giannis, I'll tell you what, they will be looking to replace OG Anunoby with Mo Diwara. So they're not moving Mo Diwara. I'll tell you that. At least I hope not. Jordan Clarkson is no longer part of the rotation, and we know this. He's a break glass in case of emergency guy off the bench. He's a good vibes guy. He's a good teammate. All of the things. Shout out Jordan Clarkson. He really helped us earlier in the season. We talk about it all the time. Tyler Kolek in the same kind of basket as Jordan Clarkson. Not a part of the rotation. He helped us earlier in the season. Shout out to him. Stay ready. You never know when your number's going to be called. But we got Jose Alvarado now. So take your time developing, Tyler. Take your time. Mark said I'm a realist. And it's not out of the realm possibility that what you're saying is true. Like you might be true, Mark. It might be the truth that Mo Diwara ends up being trade bait come this offseason. They actually have a young player that they can showcase to teams and be like, hey, here's a young diamond in the rough player. Here's your young player. Here's a multitude of draft picks. Here's some star guys. Give us Giannis. I'm just saying. I'm very happy with Mo. I don't want to think about the offseason where I live in a world where Mo Diwara is not on my team. I'll tell you that. And that's where I'm sitting, and that's where I'm staying, and that's the reality I'm going to choose to live in. Toronto Raptors, real quick, we have what? We got maybe 30 seconds before we get to tip-off. We didn't get to the Toronto Raptors. We played them 3 times already. We know what to expect from the Raptors. We've covered other Raptors games as well. Quickly, Barrett, Ingram, Barnes, and Pirtle are in the starting lineup. Really, the 4 guys you got to think about and worry about. Scottie Barnes, who does a little bit of everything. He's an awesome defensive player. Doesn't really shoot it well from 3. Brandon Ingram is a mid-range maestro. He's not a very high-volume three-point shooter. The Knicks have the length and the perimeter defenders to stick with them. You don't have to worry about Brandon Ingram too much in this matchup here tonight. We will see. RJ, we're very familiar with RJ. He's a one-track mind kind of guy going downhill. He's had a very good season since coming back from the injury. He's kind of been up and down. Hopefully he has a down night here today, especially with the perimeter defenders that the Knicks have. And then Emmanuel quickly, who is the most impactful player on the team outside of Scottie Barnes. He is fantastic, does a little bit of everything. He is really one of the true blue actual shooters they have on this team. So as long as the Knicks stick to him like glue, they should be all right in guarding the Toronto Raptors today. That's really the only 4 guys we have to go over. They got Grady Dick, who's not having a very good season. The Jakob Poeltl is actually in the rotation today. This is like the second time we're seeing him. He's fine. He's cool. Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson should really have no issues in guarding this man. He can be a dominant rebounder, but I think they'll do a good job of keeping him off the glass. All right, looks like we're getting ready for tip-off. Benzino said, do you think Shed's good? My issue with Shed is that he's not very good offensively. He's a bulldog defensively. He gets into guys. He pushes the pace. He does all of that, but he can't buy basket. He's under 40% from the field and 32% from 3. The Knicks win the tip, and we're bringing it down to start the game. You'll see Jamal Shed come up here, and you can see his percentages for yourself. We could also talk about it a little bit later, but... immediately a foul is called to start the game as Josh Hart was bringing it down. Just that said, Raptors lost 3 straight at home, not a playoff team thing. I mean, I don't even know what their future is, but they got Barnes, they got Quickly as building blocks. I'm just not sure about anybody else they have on this team. They get it into Towns. Towns being guarded by Pirtle. Towns on the right wing, hands it off to Josh Hart. Josh Hart up top the Bridges. They swing it over to Brunson. Brunson pump fakes, coming to his left against Barnes. Half spin, blows by him in the paint. They kick it out to Anunoby. He pump fakes. He's going to drive it in the lane. Mid-range pull-up jumper over Barrett. Got it to go for OG. OG Anunoby knocking down a jump shot to start the game is always a very good sign. Albert, what's up, Albert? Madrasi, what's up, Madrasi? Which top 3 teams have the best depth in your estimation? Oof, that's a talking point. The Thunder are number 1. The Nuggets might be 2 and fully healthy if they could ever get healthy. Quickly, the pull-up 3, he knocks down his first jump shot of the game coming off the screen. How did Brunson get matched up with Quickly? I don't like that matchup. Get Brunson off of him. I guess who is Brunson supposed to guard outside of him? Yeah, that's a good question. It's a good question. So Brunson, I guess, has to be matched up with Quickly. I might put him, I can't put him on Ingram. Towns down the lane, pump fake, spins, righty hook shot. Got it to go for Karl-Anthony Towns. Very calm, very patient, very smart move to get to the rim and knock down the hook shot. Quickly has it up top to get over to Ingram. Ingram on the right wing, swings through to his right, down the lane against Towns. Excellent defense from Towns, blocks him at the rim. Anunoby picks up the loose ball. What great defense from Karl-Anthony Towns. Can we shout it out anymore here? They get over to Anunoby. He's got a lane to the rim. He's going to put his head down, attack as the ball knocked out of his hands. Great defense. I think that was Barrett there. Quickly now pushing it the other way. Swings it out to Ingram. Wide open right wing 3 on the transition, and he knocks it down. And now the Knicks will have to bring it down the other way. Benzino said the Cavs. Cavs are a good one. Cavs are a good one. Josh Hart on the right wing, spins off of Ingram, driving it down, stops, spins, coming to his left, kicks it out to Anunoby. Anunoby up top being guarded by Barrett, swings it over to Towns. He'll line up the right wing three. Can't get that one to go. Barrett with the rebound, pushing it the other way. RJ up top, crossing over to his left off the Pirtle screen, down the lane, pocket pass to Pirtle to the rim, scoop layup, got it to go, end the foul, and OG Anunoby for Jakob Pirtle go to the foul line for one more with 10 minutes to go. Dom Anthony, what's up, Dom Anthony? AP reminding people to like button. Appreciate you, AP. Absolutely. If you guys are enjoying the show so far, please go hit the thumbs up button. I like the stream. I'd very much appreciate it. 8-4 to start for Toronto here. I will note the last time the Knicks played Toronto, it was a very close game through 2.5 quarters, and then the Knicks just ultimately ran away with it at the end of the third and into the fourth. So I'm expecting at some point tonight for the Knicks to pull away a little bit here from Toronto. Even if it's not in the blowout fashion tonight, I do expect the Knicks to have a somewhat easy victory here today. Just that's an OG getting the tampon in the nose. They gotta stop. You got smacked in the face at some point there. Gotta stop the bleeding. Alexis, what's up, Alexis? If the Knicks stay healthy, they don't have a trade. They don't have to trade. Just keep scoring. They can compete with any team right now. I tend to agree, Alexis. I tend to agree. The way they have been playing as of late, everybody buying into the role and just kind of accepting where they are, has everybody playing extremely well. And they also have a guy they can add in Deuce McBride. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. Pirtle does knock down his and one free throw. It is now 9-4. 5-point lead for Toronto early here in the first quarter. And here comes Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it up top. Coming to his right, they get it over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Quickly. Bridges swings through to his right off the Towns screen. Kicks it over to Towns on the pick and pop. They swing it out to Anunoby. Wide open straightaway three. And that's 2 jump shots for OG Anunoby going down. You love to see Anunoby knocking down jump shots early. It could be an OG night. Brandon Ingram has it on the... He is back in Toronto where he obviously was drafted and where the Knicks got him from in the trade. Pirtle has it up top. Hands it off to Barrett. Barrett coming to his left. He's got a lane. Gets under the rim. They kick it out to Ingram. Another open three for him. And another made three for Brandon Ingram. He's getting it going tonight as well. If the jump shot's going down for Brandon Ingram, it could be a long night for Knicks defenders sticking with him. He's got the size and the length to shoot it over anybody. Brunson crossing over on Barnes, steps through down the lane, takes a bump from Pirtle, no foul call. Here comes Scottie Barnes bringing it down the other way. Barnes leaves it off of Pirtle, reward the big man, swings it out to an open Barrett for 3. Too strong, can't get it to go. Towns battling for the rebound, saves it over to Anunoby. Good job from Towns. Saving that rebound from going out of bounds off the good box out. They swing it over to Bridges. Bridges down the lane, crosses over on Quickly, leaves it off for Anunoby, and the two-handed slam for OG, who's now up to 7 points, by the way. 7 of the Knicks' 9 points. My goodness. Here comes Quickly pushing it the other way. It's 12-9 with 8:40 to go. Bruce Fowler said OG sees red when he sees Toronto. Well, their team colors are red, so technically and figuratively, yes, literally sees red. Brandon Ingram steps behind the Pirtle screen, fires up the off-the-dribble 3, can't get it to go. Brunson bringing it down the other way. Puts Quickly in the post immediately. He's looking to out-muscle him. Has it in the paint, kicks it out to Towns. Towns, pass fake, swings it out to Anunoby in the left corner. Mishandled the ball, gets under the rim, they swing it around. Brunson extra pass. Towns extra pass to nobody. Towns thought Bridges was going to be on the left wing. Instead, Bridges was fading to the left corner, and then Towns throws the ball out of bounds. So it's a turnover from the Knicks. I would also like to point out, I know I'm very behind in terms of the stream of the game. That's because I'm watching it on the Gotham Sports app tonight. It is not a nationally televised game, so therefore we're just going to be very late with the stream because the Gotham Sports app is not a very good streaming service. Not a very good streaming service, as Scottie Barnes knocks down a left wing 3 up the pass from Quickly. Brunson brings it down. He has it up top, dancing around a Towns screen, being guarded by Barnes. Coming to his right of the screen, lobs it over the top to Towns, and Towns lays it up and in off a little lob pass between Brunson and Towns. We could probably count on one hand the amount of lob passes we've seen Brunson throw to Karl-Anthony Towns, for good reason. Towns does not jump very high, and Brunson not a great lob passer. Barrett has it on the left wing. Kicks it over to Pirtle in the paint, flips it up, can't get it to go, but Barnes right there with the tip up and in. Scottie Barnes making his presence felt here tonight, and they have Scottie Barnes chasing around Jaylen Brunson to start the game. Bridges bringing it down. It's 17-11. They get over to Towns. Towns has it up top, gets it back to Bridges, attacking to his right, mid-range pull-up jumper, got it to go from Mikal Bridges. Jump shots going down early for the Knicks here in Toronto. 17-13, 4-point game. We are quickly approaching the halfway point here. Very few stops here tonight. Very few whistles, which is what I like to see. They hand it off to Ingram. Mid-range pull-up jumper for Ingram. Got to go for Brandon Ingram. So both teams knocking down jump shots early should be a very good game. I guess first team to be able to stop the other from scoring is going to end up taking a big lead tonight. They get over to Bridges. Bridges on the right wing. Gets it over to Towns. Towns up top. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it. Hits Bridges. Cutting back door. Gets chased down. Blocked by Barnes, though. Barnes read it the whole way, chased him down. Here comes Brandon Ingram pushing the other way. It's a great pass from Towns. Bridges couldn't get the finish, though. They kick it out to quickly in transition. Extra pass, can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down the other way. Raptors do a good job getting back on defense, but Brunson pull up three, comes up short. Here comes Barrett pushing it the other way. And a timeout for Toronto. Finally, we get a breather in the action. 6:11 to go exactly. Quickly approaching the halfway point. It's 19-13, a 6-point lead for the Toronto Raptors early here. Ozahar, what's up, Ozahar? Captain Mastiff, what's up, Captain Mastiff? Ahisha, what's up, Ahisha? Welcome back. Just that's a Darko couldn't believe his eyes. Isaiah Garner said, somebody stop that man. Is my timer still going? Did I never start the timer? I thought I did. We got 6:11 to go, so we can catch it up now. OG starts the game with 7. He's 3 for 4 from the floor. Karl-Anthony Towns 2 for 3 for 4. Bridges with 2 on 1 for 2 shooting. Brunson 0 for 2. Josh Hart yet to take a shot. No rebounds and no assists yet. As far as the Raptors go, Brandon Ingram also knocking down his shots. He's knocked down 2 threes and a mid-range jumper for 8 points. Barnes has a tip in off a missed shot and a 3-point shot. Pirtle has an and one layup. Quickly's knocked down a 3. So there's a lot to clean up for the Knicks as the game goes on. George, what's up, George? Isaiah Garner said, thank goodness they don't have shooters. They do not. Like I said, Emmanuel Quickly, really their only capable shooter. Really only consistent shooter. I will say Jacoby Walter has been shooting it better as of late. But as we go down their bench here, Ochai Agbaji not a part of the team anymore. Colin Murray-Boyles is out today, I believe, right? Let me double check that. Last I checked, he was on the injury report listed as out, but I can double check that right now, and Colin Murray-Boyles is out. Yes, that's the only player out for them. So he's out. Jacoby Walter, like I said, the only guy who's also starting to consistently knock down the perimeter shot at 37% on the season now. He started off the year really, really poorly, so he's starting to knock down some shots. AP said these slow first quarters, they'll pick back up, brother. They'll pick back up. The bench has been very, very good to the New York Knicks this season. Jamal Shed is who somebody asked about earlier. Like I said, sub 40 from the field is bad for a guard. 33% from three-point range, not very good either. 7 points, 5 assists to 1.4 turnovers. He does a good job of setting up his teammates, setting up the offense, and running good, solid offense. And is a bulldog of a defensive player, but overall just not having a very good season. The efficiency really kind of killing him off the bench. 77 from the free throw line. Ew, yeah, as a guard, it's a tough look. Mamu College-Vili, we are very familiar with Mamu College-Vili. He's slowly entering that drop-to-top range, brother, but he's not fully there yet. He's holding on for dear life, though, I'll tell you that. 11 for him this season, 37.7% from three-point range, although he has been very streaky with his shooting, as we know. Frederick Johnson with the subscription. Appreciate you, Frederick Johnson. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Bruce Fallow to Bruce. Your thoughts on time management on the road trip so we aren't spent at the end? My thoughts on it? Do a good job. Do a good job. That's my thoughts on it. Do a good job. And Brunson draws a charge on Jakob Poeltl. He got the pocket pass in the lane. Ball going back to the Knicks. There you go. Mike Brown, I think, for the most part, has done a really good job of that. I know it was a foul and quickly running into Brunson on the pass attempt. There you go. You drew a foul and quickly. He knew it. You jogging back the other way. Brunson bringing it down against Shed. Shed a good defender, but usually these smaller, same-sized defenders as Jaylen Brunson do not work well against Jaylen Brunson. Brunson off the handoff from Towns, gets to the foul line, pump fake, now puts up the jumper off the pass fake, got it to go. And it's 15-19. Here comes quickly bringing it down the other way. 5:40 to go. They get over to Poeltl. Now out to Ingram. Ingram being guarded by Anunoby. Driving to his right. Mid-range pull-up jumper again. Got that one to go again. Over Anunoby and Josh Hart, who came over on the help. Now the Knicks will bring it down the other way. Knicks not having success stopping the Raptors right now. Brunson has it being guarded by Shed. Shed doing a lot of reaching and ultimately draws the foul. Ultimately picks up the foul on the reach-in. Frederick Johnson said, appreciate you, new subscriber. Appreciate you, Frederick. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that. Hope you're having a good time. Simon Jaw, what's up, Simon Jaw? Lance Napier, what's up, Lance? I think you need to have a class on how to top the likes. You're great, so where's the likes? The like button is depending on where you're watching. The like button should be right below the stream. It is a thumbs up button. It looks like this. It looks like a thumbs up button. Every time I say like, it should kind of like glow up or so, something like that. Yeah, it looks like a thumbs up button. Hit that button, and that will like the stream, and I'd very much appreciate it. I really would. Brunson can't knock down the baseline pull-up jumper. Jumper's not going down for Brunson early. He has one made shot so far. Mo Diwara is coming to the game along with Shamet and Robinson. Quickly lobs it into Ingram, being guarded by Shamet. Swings through to a red on the baseline, and a foul on Shamet on the reach-in. Still 21-15. Eric D said, counting last game, Knicks should go 4-1 at worst in this gauntlet. It's asking for a lot. It's asking for a lot. But I would very much like to see that for sure. Ingram looking to inbound it off the foul. 4:50 to go. We're under 5 minutes to go. Mamukelashvili has come in for Pirtle. Shed gets it over to Ingram. Pump fakes. He's being guarded by Diwara. He's dancing with it. Diwara's got the size and length. He draws the foul, though, on Diwara. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. Diwara getting his hand caught in the cookie jar. Getting his hand caught in the cookie jar. Captain Massive said, good defense equals good offense for the Raptors that play. I mean, usually, you know, it's how the Pistons are able to survive as a not very good half-court offensive team, and why they are a top 10 offensive team technically, is their defense creates a lot of opportunities for their offense. And Aisha with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Aisha. Very generous of you. Thank you for that. Brandon Ingram rattles in both free throws. 23-18, an 8-point lead for Toronto. Knicks falling behind early. Got to at least keep up offensively until you figure it out defensively here. Shamet has it on the right wing, doing a lot of ball handling. They're putting Brunson off ball. Shed comes over and knocks the ball off of Brunson. Brunson being helped up. A little bit of a stinger on the right arm, shaking it off. Not what you like to see. Notario Corbin. Appreciate you, Notario. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for that. Ingram has it up top. Gets it over to Shed. Shed coming to his left. Josh Hart picks him up. They lob it over to Ingram, being guarded by Shamet. Ingram attacking to his left. Now crossing over to his left. Off the hesitation. Drives to the rim. Draws the foul. Brandon Ingram. Unstoppable to start the game. Knicks having their hands full. I was talking smack about Brandon Ingram early. I said the Knicks have the perimeter defenders to stay in front of him and make it difficult. And here he is tearing the Knicks up right now early. He's up to 14, or he's going to be up to 14 points. We'll see after these free throws how many he hits. Mindset John, what's up, Mindset John? Ruzande, what's up, Ruzande? I can't wait until Wednesday when we get to beat the OKC Thunder. I can't wait either. I really can't. I really think even down Mitchell Robinson, I think the Knicks, it's going to be a very, very competitive matchup, I think. Mindset John said, good night. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Mindset John. A win tonight would be in order. We're preparing for the playoffs. Defense is the way to go. It'll be helpful. It will indeed be helpful. Ingram knocks down both free throws to get him to 14 points. My goodness. 10-point lead for Toronto early here. Brunson up top, coming to his left up the Robinson screen. Crosses over to his right on Shed. Driving it down, step back, fall away, mid-range jumper for Brunson. Got it to go. Jamal Shed's aggressive play early might have started to tick Brunson off a little bit. We know an angry Brunson is a very good Brunson. Shamet bringing it down against Shed. Coming to his left off the Mamukelashvili screen, down the lane, layup, can't get it to go, good defense. Mamukelashvili looking for a foul, he doesn't get it. Robinson with the rebound, here comes Brunson bringing it down. He's picked up by Jacoby Walter. Brunson with the step back right wing three, comes up short on that one. Rebound goes out of bounds. Ball back to the Raptors. MBM, what's up, MBM? Jose Alvarado checks into the game. MBM said, BI playing well here in Toronto. We not worried? Not too much. Not too much. But a star player playing well can be concerning. Ingram driving it down on Robinson, hits him with a pump fake, and then steps through for the easy layup. Beautiful move by Ingram. Robinson, got to stay on your feet, big dog. Back up to 10 it goes. Alvarado has it up top, dancing around the Robinson screen, crosses over on Shed, down the lane, leans in, comes to his right, kicks it out to Anunoby, stops, mid-range follow-away jumper for OG. Got it to go for OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby really the only one with that has anything going. He's 4 for 4 from the field for 9 points. Ingram has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby. Coming to his right after Anunoby slipped. They kick it in the corner to Jacoby Walter, one of their only consistent shooters. He misses that one, though. And now here comes Anunoby bringing it down the other way. Anunoby on the right wing, picked up by Mamukelashvili down the lane. Gets blocked by Mamukelashvili, but he does draw the foul. So he's going to go to the foul line for 2. But first, we have a timeout. 19-27 with Anunoby going to the foul line for 2. David M. said, OG likes playing his old team. Most players do. Most players do. Most players love showing out against their former teams. Just that said, the refs got the quick whistle now. That was a foul. He hit him with the little swing through, rip through move, trying to Euro past him. Mamukelashvili got his hand caught in the cookie jar on that one. Daniel Dash said, which game did you see live? Which game this season? The only game I went to this season that I saw live in person was when the Knicks got absolutely trounced by the Dallas Mavericks early in the year to drop them to 2-9 in the 11-game stretch, the infamous 11-game stretch. So that's what I got rewarded with this season. Risu Zunu? What's up, Risu or Riso? What's up, Riso? Lana Mona said, what's going on, Knicks? It's time to wake up. It's first quarter, feeling themselves into it. Hopefully they get this to being a close game. 19 points in the quarter with just under 3 minutes to go is not great. That's not great, right? Got to pick up the offense here. JA3, what's up, Jay? I hope you're doing well tonight. I am doing well tonight. I'm very happy, very excited. Knicks playing well, although they have been a model of inconsistency this year across the NBA, especially for some of the top preeminent teams. They are one of, if not the most inconsistent top team in the NBA. So who knows on a night-to-night basis what kind of Knicks we're getting. I feel like that Spurs game was a little bit of a turning the corner point for the New York Knicks, so I'm rooting for that. Ryozo Zuno? Ryozo? Can I call you Ryozo? Ryozo Zuno. Ryozo Zuno. See, I got you. Ryozo Zuno. Simon Josh said, don't worry about IQ or Ingram. They'll stop themselves. Fair criticism of Ingram and Quickly. But any player in the NBA can get hot and stay hot. The Knicks do have the defenders to kind of throw some ice-cold water if a player does start to get hot. But that is a dangerous game to play. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? I'm going to the third to last game of the year against the Celtics. Hopefully it's for second place. Hopefully, Yak. Hopefully. Ryozo Zuno. Got you. Ryozo Zuno. See, I got you. He said just Ryozo. I got you, Ryozo. I got you. It's like a pet peeve of mine about like name pronunciation. Like if that's your name, I'll call you by your name. You know, it always irks me or bothers me when people are very dismissive about pronouncing people's names correctly. So I got you. Ryozo it is. Ryozo it is, brother. Anunoby knocks down both of his free throws. It's back to a 6-point game. And here comes Toronto bringing it down. Barnes will bring it down against Anunoby. Shed has it on the left wing attacking. And he throws it away right into the hands of Robinson. We're out there with Robinson, Diwara, Alvarado, and Anunoby alongside Brunson. Incredibly interesting lineup they have out there. Filled with a bunch of defenders. They swing it around. Diwara, no hesitation, three, knock me down. Oh, Mo Diwara, baby. There's something about Mo Diwara knocking down threes, man. No hesitation. Defender flying at him. He knocks down the contested three. I'm loving it, Mo. I'm loving it. Barnes gets it over to Shed. Shed gets fouled by OG Anunoby. And Shed goes down holding his right ankle. Anunoby reached from behind and knocked the ball loose. I don't know. Let's see the replay. This is the replay on the Mo Diwara three. He shoots it over Jamal Shed and he knocked it down. Man, I love Mo Diwara, man. I love me some Mo Diwara. Rizzo, let's go Knicks. Yes, sir, Rizzo. Yes, sir. Jay Hammer. What's up, Jay Hammer? David Oz Jr. said, why Mitch playing tonight? Why not tomorrow? We talked about it in the pregame a little bit. Mike Brown was also asked about it, and he simply said, well, Toronto's an East Coast team. They're 35-25. They're only 3 back in the loss column to the Knicks. So he is prioritizing the East Coast team. It's sound logic. It makes sense. We talked about it in depth in the pregame. And I'll leave it at that. I don't necessarily agree. I would have saved Mitch for the OKC game, but there is logic to it. There's logic to the decision. Jamal Shed knocks down both free throws, and he remains in the game. He seems fine, right, after the little mini ankle injury. And Alvarado crosses over, rejects the Robinson screen, but then rewards the big man by throwing him a lob. Always love to see the Gotham lob return from Mitchell Robinson. Jamal Shed will fire a three, comes up short. Robinson snatches a rebound out of the air with them giant hands. Here comes Alvarado bringing it down. He has it up top. Coming to his left off a Robinson screen. Gets it over to Brunson, running along the baseline. He's being chased by Walter. Pulls it out. Dancing with it. Crosses over to his right. Over to Alvarado. And no hesitation right wing three. Way too long. Robinson the offensive rebound. Shot clock winding down. Makes something happen. No, he gets it out to Brunson. Brunson makes something happen. The pull up three. Too strong, can't get it to go. But a foul on the three-point attempt by Jacoby Walter will send Jaylen Brunson to the foul line for 3 free throws. Got his hand caught in the cookie jar. Keanu Bryan. What's up, Keanu Bryan? I will always take the easy win. That's what Mike Brown said. I mean, not necessarily. I think the Knicks are perfectly capable, as they've done already this season, of beating Toronto without Mitchell Robinson. He is prioritizing this Raptors game over the Thunder game, is basically what he said. Not that I'll take the easy win. You could also look at the OKC matchup and say, I don't know if Robinson's the best matchup in that game with all the perimeter players they have. He's not going to be entirely forthcoming with his game plan, but there is logic to what Mike Brown did. I don't necessarily agree with it. I'm not asking you guys to agree with it, but there's logic behind the decision, which all you could really ask for is for there to be logic behind the decision from one of your leaders. Just that said, what is bigger, an NBA basketball or Jaylen Brunson's head size? Crazy. It's pretty close, though. It's pretty close. It's got to be close. Jaylen Brunson's hat size has to start with an 8. I'm telling you that. It has to. There's no way it doesn't. Brunson does knock down all 3 of his free throws, so we're tied at 29. Shed has it up top. The Knicks have come all the way back to tie it up before the end of the quarter. They're now up to 29 points in the quarter, which is nice. They can clean up their defense and stop the Raptors from scoring as easily as they have. That would be nice. Robinson gets hit with another pump fake on Scottie Barnes, and Barnes draws the foul, so he's going to the foul line for 2. Stay on your feet, Mitch. Stay on your feet. The Fleet said 8 is generous. Well, most people's hat size starts with a 7. Like, that is a normal sized head. If your hat size starts with an 8, that's when, like, if you go to Lids, if you go to the hat store and you say, hey man, you got this hat in an 8, they go, let me check the back. And they open up a special closet door that's got all 8s in it. 8s is crazy. Hat size starting with an 8 is crazy. Steven collect cards. What's up, Steven? We have owned the Raptors this season. We have. All 3 of our victories on the Raptors so far this season have been blowouts all 3 times by more than 15 points all 3 times. Barnes knocks down both of the free throws. It's 31-29. 50 seconds to go. Brunson up top. Coming to his left off the Robinson screen. Left wing, crossing over to his right on Barnes. Down the lane, pump fake, steps through, kicks it out. Bridges relocates, left corner 3 wide open. Mikal Bridges gives the Knicks a 1-point lead. Great relocation by Bridges to the corner, losing Jacoby Walter in the process. Barnes has it on the right wing, tagging the open space, stops in the mid-range, throws the cross-court pass. Mamukelashvili has it. They leave him wide open. He can't knock down the open 3. Robinson secures the rebound. Brunson bringing it down the other way, and they will hold it for the final shot of the quarter, so the Knicks should walk into the second quarter with a lead. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Barnes. Coming to his left off a high Bridges screen. Pass fake. Inside the Bridges rolling to the rim. Gets stolen by Scottie Barnes. Great defensive play by Barnes. Hit ahead to Shed. Oh, it's RJ. Excuse me. RJ with the lefty layup. Can't get it to go. The buzzer. Mo Diwara hustled back to at least contest it and make it difficult. And RJ just kind of smokes a finger roll layup there at the end. Hit off the back of the rim and lost it. And that will wrap up our first quarter there. 32-31. 12 minutes down. 36 minutes to go. Just that's the worst buzzer beater ever. Randy, what's up, Randy? Always love seeing you in the chat, Randy. Rizo, Knicks playing well. Michael Rogers, no good. Solid first quarter. Obviously, a lot to clean up as well. They allowed 31 points in a quarter for the Toronto Raptors, which is obviously not good enough defense. They'll get there in my estimation. I will say, so far, everybody on the court right now to end the quarter scored. Diwara hit a 3. Robinson caught a lob. He also has 4 rebounds. Brunson up to 7. He's only 2 for 6 from the floor, though. Also notched 3 assists. Bridges knocked down a 3 and a midi. He's got up to 5 and an assist. Alvarado is the only one who has yet to score, but he did pick up 3 assists in the, 3-4 minutes he played to end the quarter there. So, solid minutes from pretty much everybody all around. Again, if they clean up the defense, I'm really not too worried on their ability to score on the Raptors here tonight. Randy said, Chevy, you notice Mikal is hitting his threes. Yeah. I mean, everything makes sense when the Knicks simply hit the open ones. I'm not even asking for them to hit a high level of them, but they do a great job of generating open looks for most of their three-point shooters, if not all of their three-point shooters. Anunoby is knocking down his threes tonight. Bridges is knocking down his threes tonight. Mo Diwara's already knocked down a 3. So as long as you guys knock down the open ones, the offense continues to look fantastic. Yeah, I said bench was great in OG. Absolutely. I got nothing negative to say about anybody. As you can see, it's going to be 35-31 coming out of the break here. So let's go ahead and get the spoilers off the screen. Lana Mona said, tough schedule coming up. Very tough schedule coming up. West Coast road trip for the Knicks. But after that tough stretch there, Lana Monas, they have a pretty easy schedule towards the end of the season. Not easy, but easier, much easier schedule towards the end of the season where they're playing teams either at 500 or below 500 to end the season. Obviously, those teams are also probably still competing for play-in positioning and whatnot. Maybe trying to battle out of the play-in situation, maybe try to battle into the play-in situation, or stay out of falling out of the play-in situation. So there's still going to be tough games with teams playing extremely hard, but the competition quality should lower. It should. Here we go. We're back into it. Barrett has it up top being guarded by Bridges. They come out with Towns instead of Robinson, but all the other players are the same, except for Brunson is also off the court. Quickly throws up the floater, can't get it to go over Towns. Excellent defense from Towns. And then great rebound from Anunoby trying to keep Pirtle off the glass. Anunoby was able to win out that rebounding battle. Alvarado has it up top, being guarded by Barnes. Gets it over to Anunoby. Fakes the handoff. Kicks out to Towns up top. Back to Anunoby. Anunoby on the right wing. He fires up the 3. OG rattles it in. Yes, sir, OG. Yes, sir. 35-31 now. Knicks with a 4-point lead. Quickly gets it over to Pirtle. Pirtle up top. Gets it over to Barnes. Barnes coming to his right. Driving it down. Stop, spin, fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go. As long as you keep their guys outside of the paint shooting fall-away jumpers, I think they'll survive the night defensively. They get over to Towns. Towns up top. Gets it back to Alvarado. Alvarado coming to his right off the Towns screen. Dancing around the Towns screen. Coming to his left. Leaves it off for Towns on the pick and roll. Puts up the floater. Got it to go for Karl-Anthony Towns. He's looking for a foul call too. He doesn't get it. And a timeout for Toronto early. And it's 37-31. A 6-point lead for the Knicks has opened up. J3, 50 wins over under. For the Knicks, way over. Way over. They're about to hit their 40th win today. I guess it'll be close. They'll get to like 52, 53 wins. Mark said Cat got hacked. He very much made it known that he felt like he got hacked. I was not paying attention to the replay. I did see a player slap down on it. I don't know if it was all ball, if it was wrist, if it was arm. But he definitely feels like he got fouled. Doug Fresh, what's up, Doug Fresh? Brian Jacobs, what's up, Brian? Bruce said 2, 3 times a game, GTA unlocked Cat. Yup. Alvarado filling his role in offensively here as he's playing more games with the Knicks, building more chemistry. He's found Robinson on a lob. He's now found Cat rolling to the basket. It's great. It's great having another point guard option out there on the court. Because before they traded for Jose Alvarado, it was really just Brunson. You had you had Tyler Kolek, who is just not very polished right now. Who's a good ball mover, he's a great passer, but does not have the NBA experience that Jose Alvarado does. So while Kolek is probably a better passer than Alvarado has more experience in the NBA and is just more comfortable running the offense right now. So it's really nice to just have another point guard option out there outside of Brunson. Brian Jacobs said, did Alvarado take Clarkson's spot? Where's Clarkson been? Jordan Clarkson been glued to the bench, as he should have been earlier in the season. Shout out Jordan Clarkson, who's really helpful earlier in the season, but as we are winding down our playoff rotation, he should not be a part of it any longer. Alvarado took Kolek's minutes, not necessarily Clarkson's minutes, to Kolek's minutes. Brian Jacobs said, I thought Tyler was supposed to be the next Spider-Man. I don't know what that means, brother. Captain Massive said, I think there's a Raps fan in here. Shout out to all the Raptors fans, if they are in here. Brian said, there's Jordan glue on his fingernails too? I don't know. I don't think anybody's ever asked him, because I don't know who would care about that. K. Hazy said, Jose just needs to understand the scheme. Yeah, I mean, he just got traded in the middle of the season. Right? Got traded in the middle of the season at the deadline, comes to the team right before the All-Star break. You know, you're just trying to fit in, trying to get in where you can get in. Scomberg, what's up, Scomberg? Nick Yak said, this is Mitch's 45th game, 20 to go. If he played every game the remainder of the season, he'd actually hit the 65-game minimum, which he will not, because he will end up missing tomorrow's game on the second night of a back-to-back. Here we go. We're back into it. Barrett has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. They get over to Ingram. Foul line, follow-away jumper. Got it to go. And the foul on Towns, who came over after he curled off the screen. He's going to the foul line for one more. Brandon Ingram has had the shot tonight, man. Cantan Music. What's up, Cantan? Kolek is the best natural PG on the team. Still not tough enough yet. I don't know if tough enough is the way I would phrase it. He's just not polished enough. He doesn't have the experience. It's not polished enough is probably the best way I could phrase it, honestly. Suns Gen said, Jose's been eating up the Suns for years. It's great to be able to cheer for him. Shout out Jose Alvarado. He tore the Knicks up his first game in the Garden. We'll never forget that. Ingram misses the free throw after the made jump shot. Towns has it up top. Fires up the three. Can't get it to go off the back rim. Here comes Ingram off the long rebound, bringing it down the other way. Ingram being guarded by Diwara, dancing with it. Swings it out to Barrett. Barrett takes the lane. He throws up the floater. He got it to go. And here comes Toronto off the timeout. Right back into the game they go. Building momentum back. Alvarado pushing the pace the other way. Leaves it off to Towns. Towns pump fakes. Driving past Pirtle to the paint. And ball slips out of his hands on his way up, and he just smokes the layup. Here comes Bear pushing it the other way. Spins off of Bridges. Putting his head down to the basket. Layup. Got it to go for RJ Bear through the Bridges contact. Bridges got the worst of it. I think he made contact with the face. Bridges holding his face as he's still back in the backcourt. Now he finds his way with his team. And then a moving screen on Karl-Anthony Towns will give the ball back to Toronto. And Bridges still feeling the after effects of that Barrett layup. RJ Barrett, we know here very well in New York, very aggressive driver of the basketball. Caught him a little bit with the elbow going up. Now here comes Toronto bringing it down. Quickly has it up top. Quickly. Good defense from the Knicks. And a timeout for Toronto. Excellent ball denial from the Knicks. Jose Alvarado forced Quickly to pick up his handle early. And then great ball denial from all the other Knicks. So Quickly didn't have a passing lane to get it to anybody. Ultimately had to call a timeout. Sons Jen said he tore CP3's arm off and beat him with it. I remember that now. Now I remember that. Yeah, I remember. And that was kind of the beginning. That was like the point where I think I definitely did. And I also saw some other people be like, oh man, CP's old. He is struggling to bring the ball down against full court pressure. Like, think about it. Chris Paul had been the best point guard in the world for like a decade. Obviously, by that point, he was no longer the best point guard in the world, but like he had never struggled to handle the ball against pressure ever in his life, probably. And that was the first time where it was like, oh man, Jose Alvarado is killing him with some full court pressure here. And that was the first time and I'm sure other people did, looked at Chris Paul and was like, ooh, yeah, it might be getting to the point where he's no longer a star, man. He's no longer a star right now. And then obviously, he's old. He was old. He was old then. He's old now. Now that he's officially retired. But that was the point where I was like, oh yeah, this is over for CP. This is over. And it was. And it was. Raymond said GTA has made some in-play passes that were great. Very good point guard. He's a much more impressive point guard getting to watch him on a night-to-night basis. He's much more impressive as a point guard than I had initially thought of him. Son Jen said that's why I know Alvarado pretty well. Yeah, so I didn't know him that well. I knew him as the backup guard in New Orleans. Watched him play as anybody does. But his New Orleans has not been very good over the years. Didn't watch a ton of Pelicans games. Watched a couple of them. They were in the playoffs against the Suns. Watched that series. So I was familiar with Alvarado's game. But whenever a guy gets to join your team and you get to watch them on a nightly basis, it's just always that much better. Which side is that on? That's this side. Why is that light like that? I think it's this. I think it's that. That. That better? Not really. Not really. Oh, that's because that's all the way over there. It's going to annoy me. Let's move that back over there. No, that's still happening. I'm going to have to figure that out. What if I do this? You see the lights in the back. I don't like that. Omar said he had one of the craziest steals I've ever seen. That is one of the things he does. Sons Jen said the biggest flaw is he can get baited into ejections. Absolutely. As he did against the Phoenix Suns earlier this year, Sons Jen. You know that very well as well. It's one of the reasons I thought maybe the Knicks should stay away. But he's been really good at keeping his cool here on this team. I think maybe being around in a 5-second call on Toronto's, they can't inbound the ball. My goodness. The Knicks denial defense here is fantastic. And then they quickly inbound it, hit ahead to Shaman for the easy layup. The camera couldn't even catch up with the Knicks' action as they get the basket. All right, turning up the defense here. Let's see if it continues on this possession. They get over to Ingram. Ingram trying to split the defense, turns it over, but a foul is called. Bruce Fowler said, GTA one-man, full court press. How the heck do you trap someone mid-center court? That's just stupid. Well, he forced them to, how do you do that? He forced Quickly to pick up his handle. Quickly, still learning on the fly to be a point guard. Still not great at it. Doesn't have the greatest handle. It is an improved handle, but it's still not the greatest handle. And Alvarado, as we know, can apply some great pressure. Pressured the ball, forced Quickly to pick it up, thinking he had an easy outlet. The Knicks did a great job with the nine passes, and ultimately ended up with the turnover. Pirtle hands it off to Ingram. Ingram being guarded by Josh Hart. Ingram and Josh Hart, former teammates in New Orleans. Ingram dancing with a step-back mid-range fall-away. Comes up short. Bridges with the rebound. Pushing it the other way. I love when I see Mikal Bridges snag rebounds. Alvarado leans in, layup off glass. Got it to go for Jose. And he's got something to say about it, which I love. Here comes Quickly bringing it down the other way. He has it on the right wing. Picked up by Shaman. Up top to Pirtle. Pirtle gets it out to Jacoby Walter. Now to Ingram being guarded by Bridges. Ingram backing him down. Losing the handle. Picks it up. Kicks it out to Walter. Walter, the left wing three over Josh Hart. Throws up the air ball. Great effort. That was Alvarado, Great effort from Jose Alvarado. Here comes Shaman bringing it down. Shaman gets it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart bullet pass inside the Towns. Catches, lays it up and in. What a pass from Josh Hart. But what a catch from Karl-Anthony Towns there. With the one hand. Just kind of caught it over his head. Repositioned himself and laid it up and in. What a catch. Here comes RJ bringing it down against Bridges, leans in, throws up the floater, can't get it to go, but fouled by Bridges. They're going to call a foul on the floor, so side out of bounds for Toronto here. 8 minutes to go in the second. Dre, what's up, Dre? AP reminding people of the thumbs up button, hit the like button. Appreciate you, AP. Always, always appreciate you, AP. Omar Todman, what's up, Omar? Blessings to you, brother, blessings to you. They get it in the Pirtle. Pirtle has it up top. Swings it over to RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett being guarded by Bridges. Gets it over to Quickly. Quickly down the lane. Leaves it off of Pirtle. Pirtle throws up the floater. Got it to go. And now Josh Hart will bring it down for the Knicks. Knicks holding on to a 4-point lead, 43-39. It's been a nice back and forth affair so far tonight. Josh Hart up top. A lot of bodies hitting the floor here. They get it over to Towns. Towns driving it down on Pirtle. Blows past him. Down the lane. Knocked out of bounds. Towns annoyed and frustrated with the lack of foul calls. Looking at the replay, that's a clean strip from Pirtle. G4, what's up, G4? Just covering the Knicks tonight? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can go around the league and see what other games might be interesting, but I'm pretty sure we've already gone over and just this is going to be the only game we're going to cover tonight. Towns with the left wing three, got it to go. Love to see Karl-Anthony Towns dial it up from three. Very important for the Knicks to get Karl-Anthony Towns knocking down his open threes again. RJ Barrett down the lane, kicks out to Ingram. Ingram will spot it for a three. He can't get it to go. He knocked down threes early, but he's not a consistent three-point shooter. A handoff to Quickly in the left corner. He can't get it to go. Josh Hart, a home run pass to Alvarado, who gets the layup to go as he beat the Raptors down the court. And now here comes Barrett pushing it the other way. A 9-point lead is opened up for New York, their largest lead of the game. Largest lead of the game in total is held by the Toronto Raptors. They're led by 10 early. Towns jumps the passing lane, gets the steal. He's going to go the other way with a tomahawk jam. And a timeout for Toronto. And the Knicks turning up their defensive pressure here with 6:51 to go, just under 7. Jason, what's up, Jason? Cat balling? Love it. Love it. He's up to 13, 6 for 10 from the floor, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, triple-double watch for Karl-Anthony Towns. Hold on. Karl-Anthony Towns does have 1 triple-double in his Knicks career. He does have 1. Looking for Karl-Anthony Towns to get his second here tonight. Get the triple-double, Cat. Get the triple-double. Doing it all. Captain Massive said, I like being a fan of the Knicks. Always will be. All other teams are secondary consideration. Oh, for sure. For sure. I love basketball, right? I love basketball. My favorite basketball team is the Knicks. But when the Knicks aren't in action, I love going around the league and watching basketball. I love watching college basketball. We tried watching a college basketball game here on the channel. Very few people were interested. I get it. College basketball, a little niche. I get it. So I guess we're just going to stick with some NBA basketball. But I watch as much basketball as I possibly can, including college, including some overseas during the offseason as much as possible. If there's basketball on, I'm trying to watch it. Jason said, I'm here for the 40 ball. I'm here for the triple-double watch. Now, he's going to sub out of the game for Mitch Robinson now. But what does he have, 13, 6, and 5? That's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for the triple-double. I want to see the all-around game. Donamore Music is a hockey guy. I watch hockey very, very, very casually. Like, if there's nothing else on, I'll throw the hockey game on TV. But I don't follow it very closely at all. Paul Dog NYC, what's up, Paul? Ahisha said your stylist was on point tonight. Now you just need an orange and blue New York Knicks color chef hat inspired by the New York Knicks, and it is officially a whole vibe. Well, the red Sheffy's hat is inspired by the channel here. Red and blue is the channel colors. Obviously, orange and blue are the Knicks colors. Orange and blue is my favorite Knicks. That's not a bad idea to look into getting different colored chef's hats. Every time I'm not wearing a chef's hat, people ask me why I'm not wearing the chef's hat anymore, so I've made it a thing to just wear the chef's hat every night now. But yeah, it might be time to start looking into other colored chef's hats. Who knows? We could complement our outfits a little bit better. They get it into Quickly up top. Quickly being guarded by Shamit. They get it over to Pirtle. Pirtle fakes the handoff, keeps it, hands it off to Ingram, coming to his right. Pulls it back, settles for the mid-range jumper over Shamit. Comes up short. Good boxing out from the Knicks. Josh Hart with the easy rebound. Josh Hart bringing it down. Cross-court pass to Alvarado. Alvarado crossing over, coming to his right, driving it down. Throws a lob up top to Robinson. He can't cleanly catch it. Misses the putback, or misses the jam off the lob. Quickly with the three, can't get it to go. Barnes snags the offensive rebound over Robinson, but then throws it away. Josh Hart saves it from going out of bounds, and they get it over to Alvarado, and Alvarado will slowly bring it down the other way. Alvarado up top, calling a play out, calling a set out. They swing it over to Bridges. He goes along the baseline against Pirtle, kicks it out to wide open Landry Shaman in the right corner. Can't get the three to go, though. Still an 11-point lead for the Knicks, which is now the largest lead of the game. Should have mentioned that earlier. 50-39, under 6 to go, past the halfway point in the second. Barnes down the lane, takes the contact, gets the layup past Bridges to go, and that will be one more free throw for Scottie Barnes. Boz, what's up, Boz? Don't listen to them, you're styling on them. One of the things I did want to do is try to do a release, a limited release of Chef's hats. But that has to be done in-house. So I'd have to figure out a way to do that. DCL Love, what's up, DCL Love? Donna Moore said, the Rangers are exciting, spectacularly bad this season. I've heard through the grapevine. Yeah, I don't know. I have watched, I have been more inclined to watch hockey when the Rangers are good, as a very, very casual fan of hockey, but Alvarado gets it over to Josh Hart after almost dribbling it into the backcourt. Fall away foul line jumper comes up short because the friendly bounce off the front of the rim. Barnes did knock down his free throw, so it's a 10-point lead for the Knicks, 52-42. They've kind of taken control of the game so far right now, but the Raptors trying to battle back here as Barnes is back in trying to take control. Barnes spins off of Brunson, driving it down, kicks it up top to Mamukelashvili, driving to his right on Robinson, blows past him and gets the scoop lay with the right hand. I don't think Robinson thought Mamukelashvili had that in his bag like that. He was prepared for the three-point attempt, but not the drive that quickly. Brunson crosses over on Barnes, tries to swing through past Mamukelashvili, and it is a foul on Mamu. And I don't know if they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt on his gather and give him free throws here. We'll see. Dog Catcher, what's up, Dog Catcher? Knicks headband interrogated with stylish chef hat. Integrated with the stylish chef hat. Yeah, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I think we're going to get a challenge. We are going to get a challenge here from the Toronto Raptors. See, I love the Knicks broadcast because at least, one, they don't immediately go to a commercial. We're still hanging out on the broadcast. But two, they also indicated on the screen, they put next to the Toronto Raptors scorebook, Coach's Challenge has been initiated. Love it. Love it. Daniel Dash said, I was watching Jamaica versus Nicaragua women's football. More inclusive spirit. Was it good? Was it a good time? Anthony, what's up, Anthony? How's it going, Chevy? Like the fit today? Appreciate you, Anthony. Appreciate you. I always think like I'm going to give myself more time to pick out a good outfit today or pick out an outfit today. And I never do. I never do. It's always like 5 minutes before I'm supposed to hit the live button and I'm frantically looking at the outfits back there being like, what do I wear? What are we putting on today? We'll see what they rule. I don't know what they're going to rule. There's some contact on the hand, on the arm, on the abdomen of Brunson, but he does look like he gets the ball cleanly as he swipes down. I don't know what they're going to rule. Mindset John said, I see why you like Mo D. Mo Diwara, second favorite player on the team to watch. Leroy Whitted, what's up, Leroy? No foul on Mamukelashvili. They're not gonna give imminent possession to either team. It's gonna be a jump ball. Okay. I'm going to pull up the other scores and just quickly take a look. Hornets up on the Mavs early, of course. Pistons, Cavs locked in a tight one. We'll check it out at halftime more closely. You got Wizards, Magic, Nets, Heat. You got Spurs, 76ers tonight as well. This should be a fun one to keep an eye on. You got Thunder, Bulls tonight. Hopefully the Bulls can give the Thunder a run for their money, at least make it difficult for them and keep it close. The Raptors win the tip. It's an 8-point game. We are under 5 minutes to go here in the second, and Quickly has it up top being guarded by Shamit. Quickly dancing with it. They're trying to get it to Ingram. They do on the left wing, coming off a couple of screens. Mo Diwara hedges out to get it inside to Karl-Anthony, who gets chased down, blocked by Josh Hart. Great effort from Josh Hart, rotating down low to the big man. Brunson bringing it down the other way, dancing with it, loses the handle, picks it back up, coming to his right at the Robinson screen, gets it over to Josh Hart, cross-court pass to Shamet, he takes the baseline, great Gortat screen from Mitchell Robinson to free up Landry Shamet for the easy reverse layup. As I got that up, my apologies. And now we're up by 10, a floater from Quickly, can't get it to go, Robinson with the rebound, here comes Brunson, Brunson bringing it down the other way. Brunson gets it over to Shamet, Shamet, one dribble to his left, puts up the three, got it to go for Landry Shamet. And now it's a 13-point lead for the Knicks, 57-44. The shots are starting to go down. The defense is ticking up here. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Barnes has it up top to get it out to Quickly. Quickly gets it over to Ingram. Pump fakes. Josh Hart goes for it down the lane. And Ingram knocks down the floater over Brunson and draws the foul. Why are we going for pump fake from the three-point line by Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart? Don't love that. Now Ingram will go to the foul line for one more. He could knock it back to 10. One of the things I wanted to look at was right here. I wanted to see how many points the Raptors have scored so far. It says 18 so far this quarter. The Knicks have scored 30 in comparison. So fully taking control of this game in the second half. In the second quarter, I should say. Second quarter. Ingram knocks down his and one free throw. Brunson bringing it down the other way. 57-47. Shamet on the left wing. It's being guarded by Shed. Coming to his right off a Brunson screen. They get over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart inside to Shamet. Shamet with the layup. Got it to go. The ball movement, the player movement, the cutting, the finishing, the passing. All of it looking beautiful right now for the Knicks. They're up to 59 points with 3:30 to go in the second quarter. Shed has it up top. Mo Diwara switches onto him. Shed gets it over to Ingram. Ingram coming to his left against Josh Hart. Along the baseline, puts up the jumper. Got it to go. Crazy shot to drop down for Brandon Ingram. Josh Hart pushing it the other way. Shamet slips and falls. Josh Hart and the Knicks got to slow their offense down because of it. So he hands it off to Brunson. Brunson up top, coming to his left off a Diwara screen. Brunson pulls it out. Hits in Mo Diwara in the right corner for three. Knock me down again. Knock me down again, Mo. Knock me down again. Line it up, Mo Diwara, baby. Line it up, Mo. Don't let him ever tell you that you are not that guy, Mo. Jamal Shed driving it down against Brunson, gets the layup to go. Here comes Jaylen Brunson pushing it the other way. 62-51. Brunson on the right wing, dancing with it against Ingram. Brunson sees a double team. They swing it out to Josh Hart. Bullet pass inside the Robinson. Off the hands of Robinson after Karl-Anthony got his fingertips on it and knocked it loose. Robinson couldn't control the pass from there. And I messed up my green screen, so let me fix it real quick. There we go. And the Raptors bringing it down the other way. Ingram has it up top. Hands it off to Barnes. Barnes quickly attacking down the lane. Kicks it out to nobody. Great defense from Robinson. Shamet stayed home and picks up the steal. Josh Hart swings through down the lane, loses the handle, kicks it out to Mo Diwara. He has it up top, gets it back to Hart. Hart on the right wing being guarded by Karl-Anthony. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Ingram. 2:05 to go in this second quarter. Brunson dancing with it, sees a double team inside the Hart. Hart down the lane, swings it out to Shamet. Pump fake over to Mo. Mo fires up another one if he knocks another one down. Halfway down. Robinson looking for an offensive foul on the rebounding opportunity. RJ Barrett, beautiful spin off of Landry Shamet, gets the layup to go with the right hand, and it's back to a 9-point game. The Raptors doing a great job of just hanging around just enough, trying to survive the quarter here. Keeping it close before going to halftime, not allowing the Knicks to blow this one open. Brunson has it up top, dancing with it, being guarded by Barnes, crossing over to his left in the lane. Little fall away floater, comes up short. Robinson had the rebound, lost it, gets knocked to the floor, and falls to the ground holding his left ankle. Ingram with the pull-up midi, got it to go. Robinson is up and hustled back down in a timeout. Looks like Robinson maybe rolled the ankle, but a timeout from the Knicks either way, as it is back to a 7-point game. The Fleas with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Fleas. Said, let's go, Knicks. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you, Fleas. Absolutely. If you guys are enjoying the show so far, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe if you enjoy the content. We are live at least 6 days a week. Sometimes 7, but at least 6 days a week, covering as much basketball as possible. Aisha said, what is your Chef Hats store URL, your IG handle? I don't have an IG. Well, I do have an IG handle, but I haven't really used Instagram right now. So there's nothing on the Sheffy Instagram page. The store, we don't have any hats up yet, any chef's hats up, but the store is cheffystore.com. I can put it in the chat for you. This is our merch line that just got started recently. More on the way at some point. But as of right now, I just wanted to get the store up for everybody. If you are interested in any merch, this is where you can find it. Any future drops will obviously be live on this store right here, which is now pinned in the chat. George said, I saw on the cover of GQ magazine. I saw Sheffy on the cover of GQ magazine. That is crazy. That is crazy. Foongpei said, can you name 3 players who dribble off the side before a free throw? Rip Hamilton is the only one that comes to mind immediately. Right, Rip Hamilton had the 1, 2, 3. I used to imitate that when I was in middle school. Anybody else who dribbles off to the side? I don't know. Rip Hamilton's the only one that comes to my mind. JB having a great game? Not really. He's what, 3 for 8. 3 for 8, 9 points, 5 assists. Not like the usual dominant Jaylen Brunson game we typically see. The Knicks picked up a technical foul, so now Ingram knocks down the extra point free throw. It's a 6-point game now. Toronto doing a great job of battling back. Doing a great job of battling back. Bridges bringing it down. 6-point lead for the Knicks. Bridges pushing the pace. Spins, kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson up top. Coming to his right. Off the Josh Hart screen. Mama College really switches onto him. Brunson crosses over. Euro steps down the lane. Lefty layup. Got it to go. Beautiful move from Jaylen Brunson. Back up to 8 it goes. I'd appreciate if they could take at least a 10-point lead into halftime. Mama College really up top to get it over to Barrett. Barrett coming to his left. Driving it down on Shamet. Putting his head down. Attacking. Gets under the rim. Scottie Barnes, a wide open right corner 3. Can't get it to go. Good boxing out from Bridges. Mo Diwara comes over and cleans the glass. Here comes Brunson. Bringing it down. 42 seconds to go. Coming to his right. He sees a double team. Driving it down in the lane. And gets the foul call. Are they in the bonus? Not yet. Side out of bounds for the Knicks. 38 seconds to go. Foongpei said the other hosts are beyond befuddled. So who dribbles to the side on the free throw attempt? Is Jeff Hornacek another one? I know he had the weird face-touching thing, but I feel like he dribbled to the side too, no? Klay Thompson, Steve Nash, Delonte West. Klay does it? Wow, I can't think of Klay doing it. Steve Nash I could see. I more so remember Steve Nash for the finger licking rather than the side dribble. Rip Hamilton is just the obvious one to me. Very, very famous free throw routine for Rip Hamilton to me. For whatever reason, it is burned in my memory. Josh Hart down the lane, knocks down the lefty layup against Barrett. And it is now a 10-point lead off the inbound. And now here comes Quickly walking it down the other way. 30 seconds to go. Quickly hands it off to Barnes. Barnes being guarded by Hart, picks up his handle, gets it back to Quickly. Quickly being chased by Shamet. Quickly up top, trying to wind down some time. Coming to his right, hands it off to Barrett. Barrett swings through to his left on Shamet, bullies his way to the rim, and gets the layup to go for R.J. Barrett. It's what he does best. Brunson looking for an inbound to get it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart bringing it down, hands it back off to Brunson. 10 seconds to go. Brunson probably going to look to isolate and get a bucket here. Crosses over to his left, down the lane. Just blows past the defense for the lefty layup. And with 4 seconds to go, all the Knicks have to do is play solid defense. Quickly's going to rush it down. Quickly, at the buzzer, gets blocked by Josh Hart, and that will end the quarter. And not a very good night for Emmanuel Quickly at all as the Knicks take the 10-point lead going into halftime. Which is that's what I asked for, right? I said, well, at least give me the 10-point lead going into halftime. The Raptors doing a great job of hanging around as best as they can. The Knicks are just keeping them an arm's distance away. We'll see if they're going to be able to blow this one open in the second half. But Jaylen Brunson ends that half with 11 points and 6 assists. Bridges ended with only 5. He did chip in 2 boards, 3 assists, which is nice. Let's wait on that. Let's go over the box score. Mostly the thing to talk about is Brandon Ingram with the 26 first half points, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay, Hazy said, good job, Josh. Great job to contest that floater at the end without fouling. Quickly 1 for 7 from the field. Not a very good shooting night for him. He does have 6 assists, though. Russell fielded to Russell. Knicks won the trade. Chichi said, my only complaint is I need to see Cool Modi playing down low once in a while. Playing down low? I don't know if he has that in his game right now. I don't know. NBM said, yes, just as we scripted it. David Hodge Jr. said, Clay and Gilbert Arenas dribble off to the side. It's so crazy because obviously I've seen all of Clay's career, obviously, right? And I've seen him take a million free throws. I can't for the life of me imagine Klay Thompson's free throw routine. Like, I've never paid close attention to it, which is pretty funny. Pretty funny to me. Alex, what's up, Alex? We're winning. We are indeed winning. 68 points at halftime here. They were one basket away from a 70-point first half, which would be awesome. Would have been awesome. Aisha said, I just bought the light blue chef hat. Crazy, the color is crazy in a sane way. Hurry and send it to me ASAP. Thanks, Chef. Nasty works. Appreciate you, Aisha. Appreciate you for you. It should be to you in what, I believe it's 5 to 7 business days or something like that. 3 to 5 business days, something like that. They'll get it to you as fast as they can. Jason said that Clay double with the knee flex is classic. That Clay dribble with the knee flex is classic. I just can't imagine. I can imagine him doing this. Doing this once. That's all I could imagine. Rip Hamilton, I remember, because he would bend down very low and then hit the 1, 2, 3. Again, I used to imitate that in elementary school, so maybe that's how you just remember them. When you're younger and you replicate them at the park yourself, trying to pretend. Like, I remember Dwayne Wade's pretty well, too. Like, Dwayne Wade had the left foot back with the right foot forward, like, kind of leaning forward in his free throw, which is very unconventional. J3 said, have you looked into getting sponsors? I did. I have to send out new emails to try and get some sponsors. The thing is that I could probably secure a betting sponsor pretty easily, right? They kind of hand those out like candy, especially to sports channels. But those are not sponsors that I would like to have on the channel. So just trying to be a little selective with sponsors that I would like to put up on the channel and work with. So yeah, I am looking into it for sure. A lot of it is just reaching out to people though. So sometimes you reach out and you just don't hear back for a couple months and it's like, still waiting. I have gotten emails from some of the betting apps and some of the betting websites. I just, I'm not a betting person, so I can't sit here and advertise to you that you guys should be betting people, right? It's not something I indulge in. It is something that costs money, so I can't. David Ross Jr. said Food Network. The name might help securing something like HelloFresh or Factor or stuff like that. JP Drums, what's up, JP? Respect for that. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I mean, other people do it because they are more so in the betting thing. Like they do bets and whatnot. They are in that world. They bet, and so they are much more. They can talk about it and advertise it much more freely. Me, I don't bet. I've been very upfront about that since the beginning, and so I can't then just be like, yeah, you guys should bet though. You guys should spend your money, while I won't. I'd rather work with a brand that I very much would use. I feel like that is the least a content creator could do, is at least advertise the brand that you use, right? Like if you are somebody who uses FanDuel and then they contact you and they're like, hey, we'd like to sponsor you. Like, okay, you use FanDuel so you can sponsor that to other people. That makes sense. I don't use any of the betting apps, so I don't feel comfortable taking on any of that sponsorship money to tell then you guys to use something that I have refused to use. Down to More Music said, I for real might be down to buy ad space for my label. If you're interested in something like that, Down to More Music, you could send an email to the channel email. The channel email can be found on the YouTube channel. Anybody who's interested in reaching out to me personally can do so through the email address that is listed on the channel right here. You just go here, you go to the channel, you click more, and then you click this button right here to view the email address that is linked to the channel. So you can do that. You can do that. Lewis Lee, what's up, Lewis Lee? Score check. We will go around the league in a second here, right? You click this right here. This right here. One or more links. You click that right there, and it'll take you to the description of the channel. And you can click this button right here to view the email address. You click on that, and that'll give you access to the business email for the channel if you would like to be involved in some way like that. Raymond said, good for you, Chef. No betting is better. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. If you have expendable income that you have, I'm not going to tell you to spend your money. If you have money coming in that you feel very comfortable utilizing and betting, it's not for me to tell you how to spend your money in that regard. I'm not going to tell you not to bet. I will simply say it's not something I do, so it's not something I'm going to tell you to do. Twizzin said, remember Sean Marion free throw? Yeah. You know what's crazy about the Sean Marion jump shot? Number one, I love the Sean Marion jump shot. Mostly because it was so bad and so awkward. I love awkward, untraditional looking jump shots. I love them. And number two, apparently, I forget what his name is, but the Suns shooting coach said, yeah, it looks really bad, his jump shot. Number one, it kind of goes in though. But number two, you should have seen his jump shot before he got to us. And when he said that, I was like, oh my goodness. What did that look like when he got there? Was he kicking it into the basket? I mean, it already looks bad. Just as Dad said, losing feels so much worse than winning. Feels good. That's generally how I felt when I dabbled my toe into it at first. Like, I've tried betting, and I had some fun with it, but for the most part, I was just like, nah, not for me. Not with any serious money. The Fleet said Kid Gilchrist was also crazy. It was. Here's the thing. You can't have a hitch in your jump shot. I don't understand having a hitch in your jump shot. I don't understand how you can go up one way and then turn your arms and your hands and your wrist another way. I don't understand that. At least Sean Marion was a smooth jump shot. He had it here, and then he just kind of pushed it out like that. He would kind of just push it out like that. That's how he would shoot. He'd catch it, and he'd just push it out like that. Shot it with the two hands. Like elementary school kids do, right? Push it out with the two hands because you're not strong enough to reach the basket. I don't know how you can get to a point where you, like Jeremy Sohan, I don't know how you can get to a point where you come up, readjust, kind of pull your elbow out, and then shoot it. I don't know how that happens. Especially when form shooting exists. Like, go stand under the basket, put it in one hand, and put it up and out, and put it up and out, and put it up and out. I don't care if you shoot it like this. As long as it's one motion and fluid. A hitch is crazy. I don't understand that. G4 said Cat stats. We'll go through in a second. Let's go around the league real quick. Let's check in on the Pacers-Cleveland game. And the Cavs taking a 9-point lead. Going into the third quarter. No Donovan Mitchell. Down and More Music said, email send Big Dog. We'll see if we can make something happen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll talk about it. Appreciate you, man. For sure. I'd love to shout you guys out. If you guys have any creative works you do, if you are an artist, if you make music, if you are in any artistic endeavor, whatever the case may be, if you make videos, I'd love to shout you guys out. I'd love to, give you guys a platform in some way, in some regard, whether it's, something like Don More Music said he'd love to kind of have something up on the channel of his in some way, but I haven't done it recently because it hasn't really come up, but, if you are an editor, if you are an artist, if you are a graphics designer in any way, reach out and we'll see if we can work together and make something happen. Don More Music, if I'm going to go off your name, if you make music in some way and you would like to make like a song or just kind of a theme song of some sort for the channel, we could do that and then I could pay you for that and give you full credits for it in the channel, shout you out every night. We could do something like that. But again, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So I appreciate that, man. Thank you for that. I will obviously respond back to your email after the show. David Osh Jr. said, Rasheed Wallace, two-hand arms over his head. So was Kevin Garnett's. So was Larry Bird's. So was Larry Bird's. Sudu Berry, what's up, Sudu Berry? Nick Yak said, we need a Chevy song. I mean, I am as tone deaf as they come. So I can't do stuff like that. But if somebody else would. Down more music. I do make music, but I started Get Off My Lawn Records. Cool. Cool. We'll talk. We'll talk. Bernard Johnson said, hello, everyone. What's up, Bernard? How am I doing? I'm doing good, Bernard. How are you doing? Let's go around the league. So the Hornets are blowing out the Mavs. To be expected. The Hornets continue to be very, very good as of late. The Cavs up by 9 against the Pistons. They start their fourth quarter. We'll obviously get to see the end of that game. Warriors and Magic going at it. Magic blowing out the Wizards. Wizards, get my guy Trae Young out there and pick up some victories, man. The Heat taking on the Nets, and the Heat handling business, up by 15 at halftime. Obviously, we know our Knicks Raptors coverage here. We got Spurs over the Sixers so far. We have Thunder over the Bulls, but it's only a 7-point game. There you go, Chicago. Keep it close. Keep it close, Chicago. And then we have the Grizzlies taking on the Timberwolves. Grizzlies up by 10 on the Timberwolves. Then there are late games. We have Pelicans, Lakers, Suns, Kings. So this is why we're not going to be doing a late game here today. These are the only two options we have, as the other games have already tipped off. I'm not interested in the Lakers, and they're also playing the tanking Pelicans, so that is not going to be a very good game. And then we have the Suns versus the Kings. Shout out the Suns, no Dylan Brooks, but also they're playing the Kings, and I'm not really interested in watching the Kings play. So that's why we're only covering one game today. Nick Yak said, I'll have my guy talk to your guy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Feel free to reach out with emails. Jay said, on the fan, he's talking about the Knicks as hard as he can. Nothing can get by him. Turn him on and try him. It's Chevy on the fan. Imagine. I wish I was on the radio. Hornets against the Pistons. Trolls first round. Playoff's going to be a good one. I would love for the Pistons to have to take on the Hornets in the first round, and if they get past the Hornets, I would love for them to have to take on the Cavs in the second round, because it seems like the Cavs kind of have their number. It was a very close game the other night when the Cavs took on the Pistons. Matter of fact, let's go into this one real quick before we go on through our coverage. That's not what I wanted. Let's do this. Let's go here. Let's scroll all the way down, see their previous matchups, which is right here. So the Cavs dominated the first one. That was in October, so very early in the season. And then they played in January. Pistons won that one by 4. Then they played the other day. They went into overtime. Remember, the Cavs were up like 4 at the end, and then just really bad decision-making, but no Harden, no Mitchell in that one. And then here today, they're up by 11 in the fourth quarter with no Donovan Mitchell, with James Harden in there. And obviously, I assume majority, if not all of these games, were also without Darius Garland when he was on the team. Nate Yak said, I could see Detroit losing before we see them. That is the hope. That is the hope. Because I don't think the Knicks have a very good matchup against the Pistons. I'm not scared. I do think the Knicks could pull it off in the playoffs against the Pistons, but it would be a very difficult series, and I would just prefer not having to deal with that. Yak said Cavs gave it away. They did. Donna Moore Music said, if I ever start streaming, Get Off My Lawn Records Radio, Sheffy will always have a time slot for a call-in show. Appreciate you, Donna Moore Music. I'm rooting for you, brother. I'm rooting for you. We'll talk about it. Eric C. said, I got Sheffy song I will produce for free if the Knicks get to the finals. Already writing it at the moment. I've actually performed live from 2008 to 2020, but only in New York, Virginia, Florida, and Connecticut. Dope. Cool. Again, the email is readily and freely available to anybody who wants to reach out for any kind of collaboration. DeAndre, what's up, DeAndre? When it comes to New York teams, why does other fans have so much trash talk about New York City? Because it's New York. It's New York. All right, we did a really bad job of covering the Knicks game. We got too busy into talking to each other. Let's look at the box score real quick, though, before we get there. All right, already started the third. We could see the score. So let me do this so we're not spoiled. I will keep my gaze away from it. We know the Knicks will score, and we know the Raptors will knock down a 3 to start this quarter. As quickly, hands it off to Barrett. All right, we'll go over this, actually, at the next dead ball. RJ to the rim gets the layup to go, so maybe not. Maybe not a 3. So we know it'll be 70 to 61, right? So Towns has it up top. I expect the Knicks to score here. Towns, as we were spoiled on the score, because the Gotham Sports app is a very late stream of the game. ESPN is ahead of it. Brunson dancing with it. Down the lane, stop, spin, fall away, foul line jumper. Brunson got it to go at the end of the shot clock, making something out of nothing happen. And it's back to 10, 70 to 60. Quickly up top, driving to his right against Bridges, draws the foul, and that's how they're going to get their extra point here. We'll see if Quickly knocks down 1 free throw or 2 free throws. Definitely he'll knock down 1. Captain Massive said Pistons still might come back to win it. Yeah, it's only 10, which is like similar to the Knicks here. They're not out of the weeds yet against this Toronto team. They're doing a great job of just hanging around. But we'll continue to check around the league as the game goes on. And then we will go through the box score during the next timeout, because we did not do it at halftime, and we should have. Susan, what's up, Susan? Always happy to see you, Susan. Take Howard said the refs blowing that whistle fast. Yeah, sometimes when you come off those national TV games, in which usually for the national TV games, they let you play a little bit more physically, and then you come back to just kind of a regular night local broadcast game, they're usually a little tighter with those whistles. Usually. Josh Hart bringing it down after quickly knocked down both free throws, so 70 to 62. Hart bringing it down against Ingram. Josh Hart gets it over to Towns. Pump fakes from 3. Blowing past Pirtle. Down the lane. Off glass. Got it to go for Jakob Pirtle. Towns very frustrated with the lack of whistle. Saying quickly just got that call on the other end. How come I didn't get that call? RJ puts Brunson in the post. Can knock down the fall-away jumper. But offensive rebound goes to Pirtle. Pirtle kicks out to RJ, who can't knock down the 3. Now Anunoby with the rebound. Hit ahead to Bridges. Bridges over to Hart. Hart in the left corner. Being guarded by quickly. They get it into Anunoby. Fall-away jumper over Brandon Ingram gets blocked by Ingram. And now, technically the first miss for OGs. Now 5 for 6. They get it over to Ingram, who has it up top, being guarded by Hart. Dancing with the ball in his hands, spinning. They show double team, inside pass to Barnes, leaves it off of Pirtle. Pirtle goes up, gets maybe blocked by Bridges, and then Josh Hart rips the rebound out of Pirtle's hands. Josh Hart bringing it down the other way, loses the handle on the ball and turns it over. Just slips out of his hand as he tried to pass it inside to a cutting Bridges. They swing it out to an open Barnes, ran off the line by Brunson. They kick it up top to Ingram as the trailer. They swing it over to an open quickly, and he finally gets a three-point shot to go down after only making his first one, and they knock it back to a 7-point game. 72 to 65, under 10 to go. Towns has it up top, being guarded by Pirtle. Towns attacking to his left, down the lane, swings it out to Brunson. Brunson on the left wing. Coming to his right off the Towns screen. Pass fake, steps through, foul line floater, or lob inside the Towns. Loses his balance, picks it up, kicks it out to an open Bridges. And a 3-second call on somebody, probably Towns. 9:30 to go here in the third. Ball back to the Raptors. Just that said, 29 is crazy. He is hooping out there. He is hooping out there. My goodness. They got no answers for Brandon Ingram tonight. I was talking smack about Brandon Ingram in the pregame, saying the Knicks shouldn't have too much issue guarding him with their plethora of wing defenders, and he is giving everybody buckets today, including OG Anunoby. They get over to Barrett. Barrett gets it over to quickly, swings through to his left, swings it out to Brandon Ingram, and right on cue knocks down that left corner 3. And it is back to a 4-point game. Anybody's game. Brunson has it up top, dancing around the Towns screen, coming to his right on the re-screen, pocket pass to Towns, rolling down the middle of the lane, puts up the floater, and a goaltend on Scottie Barnes, who came over for the shot block, but got it on the way down. Ball back to the Knicks, and 2 points on the board for the Knicks, so 74 to 68. Jason said, I'm just worried about Cat and these fouls. How many fouls does he have right now? He's got 3 fouls. Anunoby also has 3 fouls. Bridges also has 3 fouls. So everybody kind of in foul trouble so far tonight. Calling a lot of fouls. Quickly has it up top. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it. Attacking Brunson. Spins. Has nowhere to go. Leans in. Leaves it off for Pirtle. Throws along the baseline floater. Got it to go for Jakob Pirtle. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson has it up top. Being guarded by Barrett. Coming to his left off the Town screen. Now coming to his right. Driving it down. stops, kicks it out to Towns up top. Towns being guarded by Pirtle. Attacking to his right, putting his head down, attacking, draws the foul, puts up the shot. He knocked it down over the backboard, and they're going to wave it off and say it's a foul on the floor. Brunson arguing very heavily for his teammate, for his co-star, saying that it was on the gather, and they're going to wave the bucket off. Should count it. Should count it. Towns. Yeah, it's just side out of bounds. No free throws, no bucket, no nothing. So now Josh Hart has it on the right wing, comes off the Town screen, gets it over to Anunoby down the lane, tries to throw it down over Pirtle, can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul on Jakob Pirtle as Towns picked up the loose ball, threw it over his head, and it went through the basket. It's got to be a good sign that Karl-Anthony Towns has it going, right? Got to be a good sign. Mark Porter was a mark. I'm more concerned with Cleveland than Detroit. Detroit's aggressive play, I think the Knicks will adapt. What does everyone think of that? I think Cleveland is a little bit more of a concern than some people take them. I think the Knicks have a little bit of an advantage over Cleveland when it comes to their big man play. And if you could take Mobley and Jared Allen kind of out of the series with Towns and Robinson, I think the Knicks edge out the Cavs there, but that's definitely at least a six gamer to me. I don't think the Knicks have a huge advantage there. Quickly crosses over down the lane and throws it a little off the mark from Ingram. Should have caught that ball, but it goes right through his fingertips. Anunoby split the free throws, by the way. Now Brunson will bring it down. Brunson has it up top. Gets it over to Towns. They're trying to get it to Anunoby being guarded by Barrett. They hit Anunoby coming back door. He loses the handle on the pass. It's out of bounds, but it's off of Ingram, so at least it'll stay with the Knicks. So 75-70, Brunson looking to inbound it. We have 11 to go on their shot clock. To get it into Towns, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson pulls it up, quickly attacking to his right. Shot clock winding down, trying to make something out of nothing. Pump fake, step back, fall away jumper in the paint, comes up short. Great defense from Scottie Barnes. Here comes R.J. Barrett bringing it down. Under 8 to go, he's putting his head down, attacking, stops, kicks it out to Barnes. Swings it out to Ingram. Ingram being guarded by Josh Hart. Ingram coming to his right off the Pirtle screen. Driving it down in the paint against Anunoby, kicks it in the corner quickly, pump fakes, fly-by defense from Brunson, resets himself and knocks down the left corner three, and it's a 2-point game. Raptors have fought all the way back, and now we're in a dogfight. Towns has it up top, being guarded by Pirtle. Coming to his left, hands it off to Bridges. Bridges pulls it out, being guarded by Quickly, crossing over to his left, down the lane, snaking it back to his right hand, steps back, pump fake, picks up his handle, gets it out to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right, shot clock winding down again, gets it into Bridges, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Towns with a tip, can't get it to go. He can't snag the rebound. It's a loose ball. Ingram picks it up, and now here comes Brandon Ingram and the Raptors. They could either tie it up with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. Ingram driving it down on Josh Hart, and Josh Hart picks his pocket, and now it's a 3-on-1 fast break. They kick it out to Brunson. Brunson with the pass fake, terrible fast break for the Knicks. They don't end up with an open look. Now they get it out to Brunson as Barnes closes out the airspace. He's going to have to drive it in now. Step back, pump fake, steps through, kicks it out to Josh Hart. He pump fakes, ran off the line by Barrett in the paint. Fall away jumper. Got it to go for Josh Hart. Thank goodness they walked away with the bucket. They had a 4-on-1 fast break, but terrible spacing and bad passing on the initial pass attempt did not lead to a bucket, but they ultimately scored in the half court there. So now Brandon Ingram will bring it down with 6:30 to go as we are approaching the halfway point here in the third. They swing it out to Quickly, extra pass to Barrett, gets knocked out of bounds by Bridges, and we're going to get a timeout here from the Raptors. 6:30 to go. 6:30 to go. Jason said, need to stop this run, need to stop this man Brandon Ingram, who is hooping tonight. 10 for 15 from the floor. 29 points. I said we would do it. Let's do it right now before I get into talking about something else. Let's go right to the box scores. OG with 15, Towns with 17, 7, and 5. He has yet to pick up another assist. Got to get back to diamond everybody up. Got to get back to the ball movement. Josh Hart with 6 points, 3 for 3 from the field, 3 points, 5 rebounds for Josh. He does have the 2 turnovers, but he also has 2 steals and 2 blocks for Big Josh tonight. Bridges stuck on the 5 points. He started off the game. He knocked down a midi. He knocked down a 3, and it was like, cool. Knocking down our shots. He's been very quiet ever since. He also had 3 assists at halftime, still stuck on the 3 assists. Jaylen Brunson, 13 points, 8 assists. He's 5 for 11 from the floor, though. He's taking a lot of shots at the end of the shot clock when the offense kind of sputters out a little bit here. I'd love if we can get Brunson some open looks. They are fully locked in to keeping Jaylen Brunson caged in tonight, though. They put Scottie Barnes on him at the point of attack. It's been a very difficult night for Jaylen Brunson to get open looks. He's still 5 for 11 from the floor for 13 points, but 13 points and 11 shot attempts, not the most efficient night for Jaylen Brunson. Off the bench, we had really good production off the bench between Alvarado, Shamet, Robinson, and Diwara. I think all 4 of those guys were pretty dang good off the bench. Mo Diwara knocked down 2 threes. Shamet knocked down a 3. Jose Alvarado was really good, 4 points, 4 assists in his time as well. Landry Shamet, 9 points. Robinson with 2 points and 6 rebounds off the bench. My goodness, Big Mitch, hooping as always. And Mo Diwara, the 6 points, like we said, and a rebound. So I think overall pretty solid play. Again, the thing they're struggling with most is keeping this guy Brandon Ingram from scoring. He's got 29 points on 10 for 15 shooting. 10 for RJ, 10 for Barnes, now quickly up to 11 with 3 made threes and a couple of free throws. Also 9 assists for Emmanuel Quickly. They just got to do a better job defensively right now. They got to take up their defense. Say my username. What's up, username? Starting 5 came out in the first quarter, down by 10 before you know it. Came out in the second half. Up by 10. Raptors right back in it. Starting 5 just looks slow out there as usual. I don't know if the starting 5 looks slow. I think tonight it's a little bit more of a factor of Toronto Raptors knocking down shots. I mean, Brandon Ingram's got 29 points and he's 10 for 16 from the field now. I think he's knocked down a bunch of contested jumpers. The Raptors are also doing a really good job moving the ball around. I think the thing that's hurting the Knicks most right now is they got to lock in defensively and find a way to throw cold water on Ingram. If they can slow up Brandon Ingram down, they'll be able to start blowing this one open a little bit again. Nick Yak said we have 10 turnovers, keeping it close. True. At some point here during the next time, I will go over the team stats as well. DCL Love said, I hope OG decides to play selfish and shoot every time he touches the ball, please. He's got 15 points tonight. He's our leading scorer. Oh, no, Towns has 17. I'm sorry. Towns has 17. Anunoby has 15. I'd like to play out Karl-Anthony Towns a little bit more often when he's out there. But now Robinson is in for Towns. Here we go. 6:30 to go. We're approaching the halfway point. They get it into Brandon Ingram being guarded by OG Anunoby. Coming to his right off the screen. Driving it down in the lane. Stop. Pull-up jumper for Ingram. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Battle in the glass for the rebound. Robinson keeps it away from Pirtle. And Shamet comes in to snag the loose ball. Here comes Brunson. 77-73. Get it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart being guarded by Barrett. Josh Hart gets it over to Robinson. Robinson has it up top. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson dancing around the Robinson screen, coming to his right, driving it down in the lane, puts up the jumper, can't get it to go. Robinson battling on the glass for the rebound, knocks it loose, and Jamal Shed comes over to clean it up. Hit ahead to Quickly. Quickly, the deep pull-up 3. Can't get it to go off the back rim. Brunson with the rebound, bringing it down. 5:50 to go. Hit ahead to Josh Hart. Put his head down, attacking. Gets the layup to go past Shed and Quickly. Pushing the pace before they can set up the defense. You love to see that. Lead back up to 6, 79-73. Quickly has it up top. Trying to get it to Barrett. Josh Hart doing an excellent job denying RJ Barrett the ball. They get over to Shed. Shed coming to his right off the screen. Driving it down against Brunson to the rim. High layup off glass. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart with the rebound against Pirtle. Pirtle looking for a foul call there. They get it over to Shamet. Shamet puts up the left wing 3 in transition. Got it to go. And just like that, it's back up to 9. Back up to a 9-point lead. 82-73. A little over 5 minutes to go. Manuel Quickly bringing it down. Defense leading the offense. Forced a couple of bad shots, couple of misses. Snagging rebounds, getting down and running, getting easy ones before the defense can get set up for Toronto. RJ in the paint against Shamet. Puts up the floater, gets the foul call on Landry Shamet. RJ Barrett going to the foul line for 2. Just that's staying up 8 or so is a good cushion. Yeah, I always describe it as an arm's length away. Just holding somebody back. Just you stay this far away from me, right? It's not a huge lead. A quick run where a couple of baskets are made. As RJ Barrett knocks down the first free throw, can get them right back into a game or even give them the lead. But it's a good enough cushion to allow a couple of mistakes here and there, but still allows you to keep the lead. Like the Raptors pushed it to 2, and the Knicks, called a timeout, talked it over, pushed it back up to 8 now. Or 9 before Barrett knocks down this free throw, got it to 8. He's got one more coming. Misses the second free throw. I was about to say it, but I didn't want the commentary curse to be the excuse. I was about to say RJ Barrett, not very consistent from the foul line. We know this from his time in New York. He misses the second free throw. Brunson has it up top. They get it over to Josh Hart down the lane, swings it out to Diwara, right corner three for Mo. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Robinson and Josh Hart battling for the offensive rebound. Ooh, Josh Hart comes up hurting a little bit, holding his right side. They show a double team and a timeout. Knicks are going to use a timeout. Brunson was looking to pass it to Josh Hart, but Josh Hart, who was kind of holding his hand up like, okay, pass it to me, I guess, after they double-team Brunson. They double-team Brunson because Josh Hart's keeled over in some pain. He and Mitchell Robinson collided for that offensive rebound. He jumps in right into Mitch, and he caught the hip, the side area of Mitchell Robinson right into his rib cage. So hopefully that's just a knock the wind out of you kind of moment and nothing more serious than that. He seems fine as he's gone to the bench. Marks it at them in for Hart. As he walked back to the bench there and he sat down in the chair, so he's going to remain in the game after this timeout. But I hope it's just like, oh man, I got the wind knocked out of me kind of a situation and nothing more serious than that. I hope. Also, I got the timer still ticking. We got 4:30 to go here in the third quarter. Knicks holding on to an 8-point lead, 82-74. And now we have a timeout, and I did say, before I forget, let's go through the team stats now. See how they matched up. Usually we do this during halftime, but I got too busy yapping, and I didn't get to it, so that's a bad job by me. But I will say both teams tied in the possession battle, 53 attempts to 53 attempts. The Knicks have just been far more efficient. They've knocked down 64% of their shots as comparison to the Raptors, who only knocked down 49. That's actually really good efficiency as well, but the Knicks are just not missing so far tonight offensively. 8 for 16 from three-point range, so 50% shooting from three, 7 for 20 for the Raptors. They don't have as many good shooters as the Knicks do, but they have taken far more free throws. So this is how they remain in the game, despite the fact that they can't really buy a basket from the field. 17 free throw attempts. Comparison to the Knicks, only 7. My goodness, can the Knicks get a call? Jeez Louise. Towns getting pounded down low. Brunson getting hit out on the perimeter, and the Raptors are being paraded to the foul line. Now, the Knicks are fouling. That's fine. But also, please call the same fouls for the Knicks. 27 rebounds to 19. With more missed attempts, there are more rebounds available. They actually have one less offensive rebound, but they have 9 more defensive rebounds, so that's why they're winning the rebounding battle there. Say my username said, Knicks getting no calls tonight, that's for sure. I tend to agree. Karl-Anthony Towns has gotten bumped going to the basket multiple times, and they have not given him the call. So I would just like for Karl-Anthony Towns to shoot some free throws tonight, because he is getting hacked. We're also killing him on the boards. Yeah, they are killing him on the boards. I think that's because they're forcing missed shots. The Raptors are also just missing some shots, and they're snagging the rebound. It's not like they're killing them on the offensive glass, which is what they usually do to teams. So 3 offensive rebounds to the Raptors 4. They're actually losing that battle. 27 assists to 19. They are moving the ball much more than the Raptors are. They've also made more shots. 10 total turnovers to 9 total turnovers, so at least that's pretty even there. 6 assists to 4 assists. Now 7 assists as the Knicks score again. But let's go ahead. All right, there we go. The Knicks have led for 66% of this game, so that's a good sign. Josh Hart fires up the left wing 3. He can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Gets knocked into the air. The Raptors pick it up. Here comes Jamal Shed. Shed has it up top, being guarded by Brunson, to get it over to Ingram. Ingram being guarded by Mo Diwara. Pirtle tries to get it to Ingram, cutting back door. Shamit read it all the way and picks up the steal. Bad pass and decision from Pirtle. They swing it out to Brunson. Left corner 3 gets blocked. Loose ball gets knocked out of bounds by Pirtle. Just that said, Josh needs a night off. He'll be all right. Battle through it, Big Josh. Battle through it. Jaylen Brunson gets it into Mitchell Robinson. Mitch has it up top. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson on the left wing. Gets it up top to Diwara. Diwara with the shot clock winding down. He's just going to attack. Ooh, throws up the floater. Mo Diwara making stuff happen, baby. He's not just a spot-up three-point shooter. He got a little more in his game, man. He's got a little more in his game. He is now up to what? 8 points for Mo Diwara tonight. My goodness. My goodness. Ingram, cross-court pass to Barrett. Swings through to his left on Shamet. Inside, Josh Hart comes up with the steal after Robinson came over for the help side. The defense is clicking on all cylinders right now. Extra pass, Mo Diwara. Ooh, tried to take the extra rhythm dribble. Good closeout from Shed. They swing it out to Shamet, an open three. Can't get it to go from straight away. Battle for the rebound, and Pirtle fouls Robinson. Finally, Mitchell Robinson, who's been asking for that foul call all night long, as they're holding him so he can't explode to elevate for the rebound. He's been asking for that foul all night long. He finally got it there. Side out of bounds for the Knicks, though. They're not in the bonus. Jason said, Mo D moving and grooving. Yeah. My guy, Mo Diwara, man. My guy, Mo Diwara. NY Creature? What's up, Creature? Low scoring game for Brunson? No. I mean, he's got 13 points on 13 shot attempts. It's not a very good game for Brunson for his standards. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's really good defense from Scottie Barnes tonight, who has that assignment. Mo Diwara trying to attack, goes to the scoop layup. Ooh, rolls off the side of the rim. Battle for the loose ball rebound, though. They knock it out of Robinson and Diwara's hands at that second, though. I'm telling you, though, that was nice. Even his misses look nice. They swing it up top to Ingram. Gets closed out to by Anunoby. Ingram, pass fake, swings it out to Mamukelashvili, drives it along the baseline, throws up the floater, can't get it to go, but he draws the foul on OG Anunoby, and Mamukelashvili will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Jay Palomino, WJ, OG 4 fouls right now. Yeah, that's the 4th foul on OG Anunoby there. Just that's it. Ingram hurt his hand? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's been their go-to offensive guy tonight. Both made free throws for Mamukelashvili there, and Brunson will bring it down. Brunson has it up top, dancing around the Robinson screen. Swings it out to Diwara. Diwara hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby pulls it out. Swings it back to Brunson real quickly. Brunson looking to attack, hesitates, driving it down, scoop layup. Looks like Ingram got a piece of it. Barnes got a piece of it. And then a loose ball foul on the Raptors, trying to keep Robinson off the glass. Another foul on the Raptors there. 2:30 to go. Still side out of bounds for the Knicks, because they're not in the bonus. Jason said, just keep this lead at double digits so we can start the 4th 10-0 at a minimum. Yeah, I would love a 10-point lead going into the 4th quarter. Absolutely. They had a 10-point lead at halftime, so just the ability to maintain, I would appreciate. Diwara has it up top. He's going to look to attack as the shot clock's running down. Tries to get it out to Ingram. Slap down across the arms. Mo Diwara confused as to where the foul call was. They don't get it. And now Ingram spinning to his left down the lane against Diwara. Gets the layup to go for Brandon Ingram for his 30 ball here tonight. And it's 84-78, 2:09 to go. Brunson bringing it down the other way. Brunson coming to his left off the Robinson screen. Crosses over to his left on Barnes. Barnes doing an excellent job defending Brunson tonight. They get it up top to Diwara. Diwara going to run a pick and roll with Robinson. Coming to his right. Crosses over to his left. Spins down the lane. Loses the handle again. This time it's a turnover. That's 2 straight turnovers as Barnes goes the other way and gets the layup. That's 2 straight turnovers for Mo Diwara. Come on, Mo. Come on, Mo. And now the Knicks turn it over. Jacoby Walter applying pressure in the backcourt. Knocks it out of bounds off of Brunson. Jose Alvarado looking to check into the game now. I assume he's going to come in for Diwara. He is going to come in for Mo Diwara. 2 straight bad possessions for Mo. They got to get another ball handler in there. Brunson and Anunoby, both 2 lackadaisical in the inbound there. Gets knocked out of bounds off of Brunson by Jacoby Walter. Good hustle from the Raptors. Knicks 2 lackadaisical right now. They get it up top to Mamukelashvili, back to Barnes. Barnes dancing around the Mamukelashvili screen. He's being guarded by Robinson. Driving it down. Pump fake, spins, got nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Jacoby Walter. The straightaway 3. Way off, can't get it to go. But is that Jamison Bad or is that Mamu? That it's Mamukelashvili. Grabs the rebound, kicks it out to Ingram. Ingram directing traffic, being guarded by Anunoby, who has the 4 fouls. Sheamus switched on to Ingram. Ingram's been taking advantage of this. He's got the size and wingspan advantage. He sees a double team. Fall away jumper anyway. The buzzer can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Brunson tries to save it, but he's out of bounds, so it's going to stay with the Raptors. 84-80 with a minute to go. 84 to 80. They get it in the shed. Shed coming to his right off the screen, driving it down. Hesitation move on Robinson. Pump fake. Throws the lob up top to Barnes for the two-handed slam. I thought it was a cross-court pass the way Shed threw it, but he just lobbed it up top and Barnes throws it down with two hands, and it's a 2-point game. 8-0 run for the Raptors to cut it to 2 after the 10-point lead was established for the Knicks. Alvarado looking to run a pick and roll with Shamet. He can't get to it. Barnes guarding him. I don't know why you would want to do that anyway. Alvarado coming to his right off a Robinson screen. Has it in the mid-range, driving it down along the baseline. Going under the rim with an ass dribble. Kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson gets the open 3. Brunson gets the 3 to go. Big time bucket for Brunson to extend it back to 5 with 30 seconds to go here. Nice pass from Alvarado. Nice find. Good relocation from Brunson. Ingram has it up top. And it's a not backcourt violation. It's an 8-second violation. Ingram too busy just slowly walking the ball down the court. The Knicks weren't even applying pressure. Just way too lackadaisical for Ingram there. Towns coming in for Robinson. 87 to 82. Knicks should have the final real possession here of the quarter. There's a 2-second difference between game clock and shot clock. 26 to 24. They get it into Anunoby, back to Brunson, and just hold it. You just want to hold it here. Barnes guarding Brunson. Barnes has done an excellent job on Jaylen Brunson all night, but he comes off a Shamet screen, and Jacoby Walter switches onto him. Get over to Shamet. He attacks the open space, throws up the floater, gets blocked by Barnes. Another block for Scottie Barnes, who's been excellent tonight. Jamal Shed bringing it down. Terrible job by Shamet going early there. He gives the Raptors the final possession here. They get it over to Ingram. Ingram being guarded by Alvarado. He knocks the ball loose. Towns has it. Home run pass to Alvarado, but there was not enough time to get the shot off. And that would be the end of the quarter. Good defense from Alvarado to at least save even a shot attempt from the Toronto there. So it ends the quarter 87 to 82, a 5-point lead for the Knicks. 12 minutes on the clock. 5-point lead for the Knicks. May the best team win. May the best team win. Jay said, only a half jinx. Only a half jinx. We wanted the 10-point lead. We got 5. Okay. All right. 12 minutes left. May the best team win. May the best team win. Let's go around the league because this Cleveland Detroit game should be winding down here. 20 seconds to go. 5-point game. I feel like we've been here before. I feel like we've been here before, Cleveland. Just pull this one off. I think everybody would appreciate if you could just handle your business. Miami handling business against Brooklyn there. The Hornets handling business against the Mavericks, as you can see there. That quarter, the Knicks only scored 19 points. I mean, they scored over 30 the first 2. They scored 19 in the third. They better score more than 19 in the fourth, I'll tell you that. I tell you that. The third was not a good quarter for the Knicks. Lahation, what's up, Lahation? Do you think Hart's going back in? Hart is definitely going back in. Eric C. said, Mo looking promising, but those were 2 costly turnovers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mark said, can they both lose? I wish, man. I wish. I wish the scoreboards would explode and they would just have to credit both teams with a loss. Darnell, what's up, Darnell? Nigyak said, we stunk in the third and still up. Let's put it away first few possessions. Absolutely, Yak. Absolutely. It was a pretty disastrous third quarter overall. Where are we? Down here. 19 points scored, so not great. Not great. The Spurs are handling business against the 76ers, who continue to slide here. I don't think Embiid is playing here tonight. We watched them play the other night against the Celtics, and Embiid was out with an injury. And Embiid continues to be out. They continue to start Andre Drummond in his place. Thunder still in a pretty close one against the Bulls. I like to see that. Keep applying that pressure. Lil Haitian said, I'm subscribing. You're cool, bro. Appreciate you, Haitian. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that. Joe said, dang, Chevy. I'm super late. I passed out. You're good, brother. You're good. You're just in time for the fourth quarter. Some would say the most exciting quarter of the game. AP, remind people of the thumbs up button. Appreciate you, AP. If you guys are enjoying the show so far, please hit that thumbs up button and like the stream. It is by far the best thing you can do to help support the channel, man. It really is. Thank you, guys. Alvarado's going to bring it down. We come out with Alvarado, Bridges, Diwara, Shamet, and Towns. Love to see it. Good lineup. They get it over to Towns. Towns up top, inside the Bridges, swings it out. Shamet, wide open left corner three, line me up. Can't get it to go. Shamet getting a couple of wide open looks here tonight. Can't knock him down with consistency. That would have been nice to push it back up to 8. Quickly has it up top, being guarded by Alvarado. It was great offense, though. Got a wide open look out of it. Just got to knock him down. They get it over to Mamukalashvili. Hands it off to Barrett. Barrett coming to his left, down the lane against Towns. Gets blocked by Bridges. Loose ball. Diwara picks it up, and we're pushing the other way. Diwara has it up top, being picked up by Quickly. Hands it off to Shamet. Shamet it over to Towns. Towns gets it over to Alvarado. Alvarado on the right wing. Pulls it out, being guarded by Barnes. Coming to his left. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges gets it back to Alvarado. Alvarado up top, being guarded by Mamukalashvili. Shot clock winding down. Sidestep, heaves it up there, gets blocked by Mamu, and it's a shot clock violation. I don't think Towns touched. Oh, he did, and then he swung the ball over to the other side. He didn't touch it again with the shot clock winding down. It's 84-82. So we had one really good possession and then one not so good possession. Christian Blaze had Cavs 113-109. Love to see it. Love to see it. Quickly bringing it down against Alvarado. Quickly has it up top. Coming to his left off of Walter's screen. Now hands it off to Walter. Back to Quickly. Quickly coming to his right. Shamet switches out onto him. Quickly dancing with it. Leaves it off for Barrett. Barrett to the foul line. Pull-up jumper. Got it to go for R.J. Barrett. And it's a three-point game. One possession game. 10:30 to go. Come on, timer. Don't stop on me. 10:30 to go. Alvarado gets it over to Shamet. Shamet gets it to Towns. Towns spins, stops, spins again. Picks up his handle, kicks it out to Shamet, gets it over to Alvarado. Gets it back to Towns. Left corner three, quick catch and fire and shoot. Can't get it to go. Mamukalashvili with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Mamukalashvili picks up his handle, gets it over to Barnes. Barnes gets it over to Quickly. Quickly crosses over to his right, gets into the mid-range, kicks it up top. Pass fake by Mamu, driving it down, spins to his left against Bridges, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. It's good defense from the Knicks all around there. Alvarado shot out of a cannon, bringing it down the other way. Has it up top. Alvarado coming to his left. Hesitation move, driving it down, stops. Pass fake, over to Bridges, cutting to the rim, gets blocked by Jacoby Walter. And this Toronto defense, you got to give the Toronto defense credit here, man. They are ticking up their defensive pressure here, led by Barnes, but continued by guys like Jacoby Walter. That's a great chase down block after Bridges hit a nice backdoor cut on Barnes. Jacoby Walter with the recovery coming over to help, comes up with the block. It's great. That's great defense. Oh, no, they call a foul. Never mind, it's not great defense. It's good defense, but didn't end it well because they called the foul. So now Bridges at the foul line for 2 free throws. Hit the front of the rim, but he gets a friendly bounce, who knocks down the next one. Or knocks down his first one. He's got one more coming. Joseph Taylor, what's up, Joseph? Cavs win. Come on, Raptors. It is a close game. Could go either way. I'd like to say, I don't know about that, but I truly don't know about that because this is a close game. It could go either way. Now it's a 5-point lead for the Knicks, 89-84. I will say the Knicks have held the lead for over 70% of the game so far, so I would tend to think that they're going to pull off this victory. But at this point in the game, it could go either way. Both teams have built up momentum. The Raptors are at home. Mamukalashvili can't get the layup to go off a nice backdoor pass off the Barnes drive, but good defense from Towns to contest him at the rim without fouling. Alvarado has it on the right wing. Pulls it out. Alvarado directing traffic. He wants to run the pick and roll with Towns. They were trying to get it to Bridges. Good denial defense from Quickly. Alvarado spins, slips, falls, tries to kick it out, gets caught in the paint, stolen by Barnes, hit ahead from Mamukalashvili, Quickly had it, lost it, picks it up, goes along the baseline, pump fake, gets in the paint, kicks it out. Barrett recovers it off the loose ball, and then Barrett gets fouled on the floor by Alvarado. No shot attempt. Mark calling for the double big. Thurston said first 200, baby. First 200. I mean, that benefits the Knicks. They are closer to 100 here. Under 9 to go here. They do go to the double big. They got Towns and Robinson in. They take Diwara out. Quickly gets a wide open straightaway 3. In and out, can't get it to stay. Robinson with the rebound. They get over to Bridges. Bridges will bring it down. He has it up top. Bridges dancing around the double big screens here. Coming to his right off the Robinson screen now, driving it down. In the mid-range, pump fake, picks up his handle. He's got nowhere to go. He's got nowhere to go. He's got nowhere to go. So he spins and fires the mid-range jumper, and he got it to go. Okay. Okay, brother, then do that more often then. Knock down that shot more often. 7-point lead for the Knicks now. Quickly bringing it down. They get it over to Pirtle, hands it off to Barrett. Barrett up top, being guarded by Bridges, coming to his right up the screen. He's got space. Fending off the defender to the rim, lefty layup, got it to go. Great patience from RJ Barrett on the drive there, finding the open lane and knocking down the layup. Alvarado bringing it down, leaves it off of Bridges. Bridges has it up top. Bridges coming to his left off the Robinson screen, coming back to his right on the re-screen, driving it down in the lane, gets the ball knocked out of his hands. Robinson dives on it. He can't get it. Pirtle has it. Battle for the loose ball. I think it's going to be a jump ball. Refs have not called it yet. I still don't know what the call is because they didn't call anything. That was Jacoby Walter, by the way, who poked the ball loose from Mikal Bridges. Another great defensive play from Jacoby Walter. He's bringing it defensively in the second half here. Durston said, very sharply dressed. I noticed that also. Appreciate you, Durston. Appreciate you. I was feeling a little Clyde Frazier today. Had to pull something out. Clyde made the trip up to Toronto, so the outfits had to go with us. We had to pull them out. Barnes comes out of the game here. Interesting. Robinson wins the tip. It was a jump ball, by the way. Brunson back in. Pump fake. Fall away mid-range jumper. Got it to go for Jaylen Brunson. Comes in, immediately gets a bucket. It is Jaylen Brunson time. It is fourth quarter time. Brunson has come in for Alvarado here. Quickly gets it over to Barrett. Barrett being guarded by Shamit. Coming to his left off the Pirtle screen. Driving it down. RJ blows past Shamit. Gets the layup to go over Robinson. I'm sure he did that a million times at practice. Knows how to finish at the rim against Robinson. Know what angles to use. 93-88. Still a 5-point lead for the Knicks. If before it was a full arm's length distance away, this one's a little shorter. Only a 5-point lead for the Knicks. Step back mid-range jumper for Brunson. Got it to go. It is Jaylen Brunson time. It is Captain Clutch time. Back up to 7. Here comes quickly. With Barnes out of the game, Mike Brown wisely inserted Jaylen Brunson quickly into this game and said, all right, JB, go to work. No Barnes in the game now, who's giving them fits tonight defensively. They kick it over to Shed for a 3. He can't get it to go. Towns with a good box out and rebound, and Jaylen Brunson will walk it down. Brunson has it up top, coming to his right off a high mid-screen. Now crossing over to his left on the re-screen, down the lane, stop, turn, spin, one-legged fall-away jumper. Can't get that one to go. Didn't love that shot from Brunson. The other two were fine. That one, a little too much of a force. Down the lane quickly, pump fakes, kicks it up top to Barrett. Barrett, the straightaway 3, got it to go for RJ Barrett. And a timeout for the Knicks. First made 3 for RJ Barrett. We get the timeout. We are quick. No timeout. My apologies. I thought we were walking to our benches. We were not. We were just walking to the sideline, I guess. And now Bridges will bring it down as we are quickly approaching the halfway point of this fourth quarter. They get over to Robinson, back to Bridges. Bridges coming to his right off the Robinson screen. Cross-court pass to Shamit. Shamit, step back left corner 3. Not a good shot. Robinson battling on the glass. Pirtle saves it over to Quickly. What a save from Pirtle. Here comes Quickly bringing it down the other way. Crosses over to his left, down the lane, puts up the floater. Got it to go for Quickly. He was looking for the foul. He didn't get it, but he got the floater to go. And it's back to a 2-point game. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson coming to his right up the Robinson screen. Now spinning to his left. Brunson gets it over to Bridges, attacking the open space. Kicks it out to Shamit. Shamit ran off the line. Sidestep, left wing 3, well short. We got to get Shamit out of this game. I love Shamit. And then the Raptors throw it over the head of Quickly out of bounds. Ball's going to go back to the Knicks. Knicks catch a break. A bad pass from Shed. Now we get our timeout. Shamit, I don't love the shots he's taking, and he's way off on his 3-point attempts tonight. He is 5 for 11 from the field for 12 points. How many threes does he hit tonight? 2? 3? Maybe I'm overreacting to the 2 or 3 misses he's had here, but not loving the shot attempts there. Landry Shamit is 2 for 7 from 3. So most of his shots, most of his damage come from inside the paint tonight. 2 for 7 from 3 is not great. Not great. So maybe I'm overreacting to a couple of missed shots there, but I don't love the shots he's taking. Mark said he's trying the leaning fadeaway 3 square up. Yeah, I mean, the Raptors are doing a good job of closing out and forcing him to either attack the open space in the mid-range or running him off the line and forcing like a sidestep like that. But obviously, those are not to the strength of Landry Shamet's shooting. He's more of a catch-and-shoot shooter. And fading and leaning like that is, part of the Raptors' game plan of just close out hard on him and run him off the line, which is part of the reason why he's done more damage in the paint tonight than from the three-point line. For 12 points, 5 for 11 from the field, but only 2 for 7 from 3. Isaiah Garnett said, yeah, take Shamet out of the game. Joe said, as long as the Knicks win, I don't care if it's a close game. I mean, I care a little bit. I got respect for the Raptors. They're hooping tonight. After this timeout, they'll probably put Brandon Ingram back in, who has been a dangerous man tonight, and Scottie Barnes, who's been dynamic defensively. How many stocks does he have? He has 3 steals and a block. He's got 4 stocks tonight. My goodness. Aaron Ramirez said Shamet got out. We will see when we come back from the timeout. I would expect so. Gigi said, nah, Shamet is Gucci. JB kind of started playing hero ball a bit. Get cat involved at times. Yeah. Jaylen Brunson's running pick and roll with Mitchell Robinson to try and involve Jakob Poeltl in the picks. I didn't notice who was guarding Karl-Anthony Towns there, so I would think that it's a defender that Brunson doesn't want to bring into the action. But we will see what lineups we come out with after this timeout here. I think we'll sub out one of the bigs here. Yiz Nola, what's up, Nola? Knicks not winning? We will see. Holding on to a very small lead here. Mark said, see the Knicks in the chef's hat? Like a reflection? Can you see the Knicks in the chef's hat? I did think I saw Jamison Battle out there. He's played 5 minutes tonight. I did think I saw Jamison Battle out there. I'm not crazy. All right, here we go. We're checking back in. The Knicks get the ball back after that timeout. They lob it into Josh Hart. Gets it over to Bridges, and Bridges will bring it down. We are past the halfway point, 5:20 to go. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Shed. Good ball pressure. They get it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart trying to get it to Brunson. Good ball denial from Barnes. Brunson pulls it out on the right wing, crosses over on Ingram, mid-range, pump fake, steps through, gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Josh Hart. Shot clock winding down up top to Bridges. Right wing 3 from McHale. Throws up the air ball. Towns saves it, but it's a shot clock violation. Just that's it, Spurs up by 30. Taking their Knicks loss frustration out on the Brooklyn Nets. I feel like I've said that many times this season. The Knicks will beat up on a team, and then that team will then go play Brooklyn and take their frustrations out on them. So here we go. We're under 5 to go. Knicks holding on to a 2-point lead, but Toronto has the ball. They can either tie it up or take the lead here. Barrett has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Swings through to his right against Towns. Down the lane, pump fake, steps through, kicks it out. Barnes, the open left corner 3. Can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Anunoby knocking it loose and secures it. What a battle from OG Anunoby there. And he hits Bridges. Josh Hart hits Bridges cutting back doors. The Raptors don't get back on defense. And Bridges just out-hustling everybody, running past everybody. And Josh Hart hitting his best friend in transition. You'll love to see it. Getting an easy one. Shed has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. Come to his right up the Ingram screen. Now coming to his left. Now they get it to Ingram, being guarded by Anunoby. Ingram spins, picks up his handle. Back to Ingram. Ingram attacking Anunoby. Mid-range, pull-up jumper over OG. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Josh Hart skies for the rebound, bringing it down the other way. Josh Hart has it up top. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges on the left wing, being guarded by Poeltl. All right, everybody get out of the way. Let me cook. Jamal Shed switches onto him. Now they get it to Brunson. All right, really let me cook. Now they get it back to Bridges. They show a double team inside the Hart. Hart in the lane, lobs it up to Cat. Cat catches it in the paint. One-legged fall-away jumper. Rolls on the rim, can't get it to stay. Poeltl with the rebound as Ingram hit the floor. Now here comes Barnes. Still 4-point lead for the Knicks. We're under 4 to go. We are approaching that time of the game, y'all. Barnes has it up top. Dancing with it against Josh Hart down the lane. Puts up the floater. Can't get the friendly roll. Barnes looking for the foul call. He doesn't get it. The Raptors want any playoff success. They got to stop looking at the refs in these situations here. Got to go get yourself a bucket. Brunson dancing around the town screen. The pull-up straightaway 3. Jaylen Brunson, captain clutch, put it on the cape, baby. Put that cape on JB, gives the Knicks a 7-point cushion. Now we got to continue to look to build on it. Some more stops and scores. And if we go by Durston logic, first to 100 wins it. The Knicks have 100. So they should be on their way to a win, my guy. Brandon Ingram, the fall-away mid-range jumper, can't get it to go. Brunson, the rebound, and gets fouled by Pirtle. Gets whacked in the face. Just that's a JB taking a beating. Getting slapped around out there and getting no foul calls. Getting no love. But that may end up benefiting them because the Knicks are not looking for foul calls right now. They're looking for buckets. While the Raptors, who were getting the benefit of the whistle all game long, now looking for the same foul calls, and they're not getting them. Because we're getting into crunch time here. Normally the refs look to swallow the whistles a little bit, allow the players to decide the game. Thurston said, it's in the bag, brother, it's in the bag. I mean, they made it the first to 100. So it should be, right, Thurston? It should be. 3 minutes to go, 7-point lead, and they have 100. They were first to 100. It should be. It should be. Shout out to the Raptors, though. I want to give a shout out to the Raptors for playing as hard as they have and keeping it close like this. This is the best game they played against the Knicks all season. And the Knicks are fully healthy outside of Deuce McBride, but fully healthy. So this is a really, really nice battle from the Raptors here. I'm going to give them credit there. Kobe Sewell? What's up, Kobe? What happened to OG? 14 in the first half, ends with 15. How? I mean, he had the jump shot going early. The Raptors adjusted to make sure he didn't get any more open looks. He started 5 for 5. He missed his last shot. He hasn't looked to take another shot since. That's an issue with the Knicks and OG Anunoby not being aggressive enough, but also the Knicks just not trying to play through one specific player, moving the ball around, everybody getting in on the action. 15 for Anunoby, 17 for Towns, 8 for Hart, 11 for Bridges, 23 for Brunson, 12 for Shaman off the bench, 8 for Diwara. So everybody getting in on the action. Kevin Holcraft, what's up, Kev? Is the mic really necessary? It's necessary for me, Kev. Obviously, this is a fake mic. It is nothing. It's a whole lot of nothing. It is a prop. It's necessary for me so I have something to do with my hands. Otherwise, I would be standing here like this, which is just weird and awkward, and I don't like it. Or I would be standing here like this, which is weird and awkward, and I don't like it. So it gives me something to do with my hands. So I hold a fake microphone. I hold the prop, right? Sometimes you'll also see me holding my pointer. Sometimes I do this. It acts as a little bit of a cane. But that is why I have the fake mic. It is necessary for me. It's not necessary for the show, but it's necessary for me. K. Hazy said, this is the first time the Raptors have been healthy against us. Fair. Very fair. Very true. Very true. I think this is the first time Robinson's playing against the Raptors this season. I could be wrong about that, but I think it is. Simon Joss said, keep the mic. Love it. I love it too. I love it too. Weird without that mic. Yeah, it would be weird if I was just standing here like this, talking to you guys all night. Right? I just think this is weird. I didn't like it. So I was like, I need something to do with my hands. So I got me a fake microphone. Dave Lulo. Appreciate you, Dave Lulo. And Cyril Cyril Tube. Appreciate you. Hope you guys are having a good time. Dave said, I'll be here every Knicks game. Found a good Knicks host, Chefy. Appreciate you, Dave. Appreciate you. We do every single Knicks game. Yes, sir. We also do other games. We're live at least 6 times a week and usually try to cover as many games as possible, multiple games a day. They can't get out the Brunson right wing 3 of the inbound. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart rips a rebound away from Pirtle, though. My goodness, Josh. Brunson puts up a 3. Can't get it to go. Got knocked out of bounds. No foul call. Towns with the offensive rebound again. And they get it out of the Bridges, and Towns says, hold it. Hold it. Get it back to Cat. They do get it back to Cat. They bring a double team immediately inside the Anunoby. Catches, goes up, 2-handed slam. They wave it off, though, and they say foul, and Emmanuel quickly down low before the shot attempt. Bidak Guapo? What's up, Guapo? Shout out from the Philippines. I win $1 million right now to the Knicks. Rooting for you, brother. Rooting for you. Aisha said, next level, chef. You will be C for commentary extraordinary. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Aisha. Leroy said, Knicks going to win tough Canadian hockey style game. It is a tough physical game out there here tonight. Towns has it on the right wing. Step back mid-range jumper. Karl-Anthony Towns knocks it down to give the Knicks the 9-point cushion. 2:14 to go. DCL Love said, there's a reason why I asked OG to be selfish tonight. 1 shot since the first quarter. Not respecting the coach. not respecting the coaching and the point guard decision making. I mean, it's also on OG Anunoby as Brunson comes up with the steal. Brunson, 3-on-1 fast break against quickly, leaves it off for Josh Hart. Josh Hart with the layup, got it to go. Why did OG Anunoby need to be selfish and force shots? Why can't everybody just play unselfish basketball? Everybody got in on the action tonight. Everybody scored. Why can't we just play good basketball like that? Why does one guy have to lead the way before everybody else? Why does anybody have to play selfishly? Let everybody play unselfish ball. Pirtle knocked down the floater in the lane. It's 104-95. Knicks hovering around that 10-point lead again. Brunson picks up his handle against Barnes. Kicks it over to Towns. Towns up top, being guarded by Pirtle. Really good pressure here. Towns blowing past the defense now. In the lane, throws up the floater. And he got it to go down. It was a little bit of a brick as it hit that back portion of the rim that, the rim and the backboard at the same time. It had no rotation on it, so he gets the friendly bounce and it drops down. Quickly, a left wing three, can't get it to go. Bridges knocks the rebound over to Towns, and it feels like the Knicks are confident they'll walk away with this win. And Brunson brings it down past the half court, blowing past the defense, down the lane, in the paint, draws the foul, gets the floater to go, and that will be the dagger. That should be the dagger here, as now the Knicks go up by 13. Brunson will go to the foul line for one more. Karl-Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and of course, Captain Clutch, Jaylen Brunson, all leading the way. All had their moments in the closing stretches of this game here tonight. Bridges out on the break, a couple of nice defensive stops. Towns with some big rebounds and that fall-away mid-range jumper. Brunson now with the and one floater. Anunoby with the dunk previously. Why does one guy have to play selfishly? Why can't everybody get in on the action? 13-point lead for the Knicks. Brunson can make it 14. He does. So the final score will probably look a lot bigger than, or will not tell the entire story of the game tonight, because this was a very close game for majority of it, although the Knicks held pretty close, or held the lead majority of the night. Josh Hart chases down the loose ball and gets fouled by Josh Hart. Josh Hart chases down the loose ball and it gets fouled by R.J. Barrett. And we have just under a minute to go now. Mark said, check your Twitter. What happened on Twitter? What happened on Twitter? oh, the chef's hat. Got you. Hold on. They kind of styling on it. Josh Hart at the foul line for two as the Knicks are in the bonus. Look at my guy Mitch and Deuce. Hold on, two of my three favorite players. All you got to do is find me a Mo Diwara chef's hat picture. Look at Leon Rose. Look at Leon. Josh Hart misses a free throw. Come on, Josh, knock down your free throws, big dog. Yes, sir. Leon Rose with the chef's hat. He has been cooking. He's been in there. He's cooking it up. But this right here, my guy Mitchell Robinson, that hat does not fit Deuce McBride. You could tell he's got the hair underneath, stretching that hat out. Hubian said Sohan is in. Raptors have a chance. Yeah, both teams waving the white flags here. The Flea said send him a cease and desist. That's crazy. Just that's a 26, 10, and 2 for Jaylen Brunson. Yes. Josh Hart misses both, but Huck Porty with the offensive rebound. And Bridges they're just going to hold on to the ball and dribble out as much clock as possible. Josh Hart will launch the three. He misses both free throws, but he knocks down the three. And we have the Spurs-Philly thing. Oh, no, they're playing Philly. I thought they were playing the Nets tonight. My bad. They're taking the frustrations out on Philly, though. Maxey is 21 on 8 for 19 shooting. Really inefficient couple of games for Maxey. Sean said, geez, the Sixers score. Yeah, they're getting smoked. So we could just update this, actually. This is where we want to be. Right here, 111-95 now. Towns, 21 points. Brunson, 26. 12 for Josh after that made 3. All 5 starters in double figures. 11 for Bridges, 15 for Anunoby. Off the bench, you love to see it. My guy, Mo Diwara. 8 points, baby. 8 points. 2 for 4 from 3, 3 for 6 from the field. The agenda will continue. The Mo Diwara agenda will never leave the channel. I promise you this. We will be in year 7 of Mo Diwara, and I will still be saying, hey, this guy's an all-star in the making. I will never give it up. Mark said Deuce's chef's hat is wild. It is wild. You can tell he's got the hair out, and so that's why it's pushing the chef's hat all the way out like that. He had to get the extra large just to fit the hair under there. Which is crazy because you have all this space up top, so he should have just pulled the hair up, tied it up or something. Gigi said, Knicks been the best defensive team in the league the past 16 games, holding teams under 100 points. Put some respect on their name. Absolutely, Chichi. Absolutely. And my guy, the High Vibe, with a very generous super chat, said, Knicks win, Hornets win. It's a good day, High Vibe. It's a good day. Hornets dominated their matchup. Knicks didn't necessarily dominate the Raptors today, but the final score will not be indicative of how close this game won. Trace Jackson-Davis is in the game. I thought they would have utilized him a little bit more. Also, Grady Dick, I just realized, did not have any playing time today. Interesting. Really disappointing year for Grady Dick. But Kevin McCullough is in, Huck Porty's in, Sohan is in, Alvarado is in, Kolek is in. But we have 29 seconds to go, so we will now dribble out the clock. This should be the final score. It is the final score, as you can see, and a fourth there. Mitchell Robinson with 2 and 10. Also 2 steals for Big Mitch. He had 2 offensive rebounds today, only 2. But he drew a couple of fouls as they were trying to keep him off the glass. So great night for the Knicks all around. Really nobody who I could point to and be like, oh man, not a great game. I mean, Shaman was 5 for 11. He was 2 for 7 on from 3-point range and a couple of open looks. But outside of that, I mean, I think everybody played well, including Shaman. You just missed a couple of makeable shots. But overall, the Knicks pulled off the 16-point victory. Again, they'll win by 16, but it was a lot closer than that majority of the game. Jesus, peace for all. We got peace to all. Now we got peace for all. Appreciate you, peace for all. Knicks win, absolutely. David Osh Jr. said, red velvet tomorrow? I don't know if we're going to pull off the red velvet. I don't know. I've kind of retired the jackets for now. For the regular season, just because it just feels like we just got to get through the regular season. The Knicks are so good now; they're a legitimate championship contending team. Like I have very high confidence, I should say, in this team competing for a championship. Whether they win it or not, we'll see. That's why we play the games. That's why we watch the games. But I'm gonna save the jackets. I think for the playoff run, man. I think we're gonna save the jackets for the playoff run. Maybe we'll pull it out tomorrow and we'll take it off. Maybe we'll wear it for the pregame and we'll take it off for the game. It's just kind of cumbersome to wear them for 3 hours straight. D. Grant, and also no Mitchell Robinson tomorrow. So the Thunder aren't fully healthy. The Knicks aren't fully healthy. It is a big game, but it's not that big of a game, right? It's not that big of a game. This was my worry playing the Thunder this late into the season, where it's like you're not really going to be able to. You're not really going to be able to get a good gauge on the matchup because both teams are going to be missing so many important players. Randy, appreciate you, Randy. Good night to you, brother. Mark said, safe to say we pissed off the Spurs. Safe to say. I thought they were playing the Nets today. And that's who they were smoking out of the gym. But they are just dominant. Oh, my. 111-64 in the third? I thought this was the fourth. And I was about to be like, wow, 76ers only scored 64 points in the game. But 111 in 3 quarters. There's still a minute to go. What is... Jeez Louise. Let's look at this. David Ross Jr. said, who are the Thunder missing? We can look at the Thunder. Today they sat Hartenstein and SGA for a rest. So they could be fully rested to play the Knicks tomorrow. They are, last we checked, in a close game against the Bulls. Let's see right now. Reveal, under 8 minutes to go in the fourth. And they got an 11-point lead. The Thunder should pull this one out against the Bulls, who don't want to win basketball games right now. Suns Jensen, Book is back for the Suns. Yes, sir. But you are playing the Kings, and I'm not interested in watching the Kings, unfortunately. I would have stayed up. It is an 11 p.m. start time, though. I probably would have stayed up and watched the Suns game if they were playing anybody better than the Kings. But the Cavs did beat the Pistons today. How many points did the Knicks score in the fourth quarter here? I'm going to go all the way down to see that. 24. And only 13 fourth quarter points for the Toronto Raptors. Again, when push comes to shove, the Knicks just shut the water off from the Toronto Raptors and pull away at the end. They've done that now 4 times in a row against the Raptors. Just at some point in the game for a quarter, they just decide to turn up the defensive pressure, shut the water off from the Raptors, and they just have a really tough time scoring. They scored majority for the first 3 quarters, majority of the time, through Brandon Ingram, tough mid-range jumpers, and that's just not a consistent, sustainable diet of shots that the Raptors will be able to survive with, which is why they're just kind of a nice, fun story so far. He had surgery last week, and he's back already? What did he have surgery on? Madrasi said, do Tatum come back and will make Boston much better or just better? They will make him much better. Well, it depends. We're going to have to see what he looks like when he comes back. He's coming off an Achilles injury. Is he going to look like the Jason Tatum we know and love, or is he going to look like a shell of himself? Who knows? Who knows? Villain. Oh, you were talking about Brooks. Yeah, Brooks just had surgery. He had surgery last week. And I asked you the other day, we are not optimistic he will come back for the season. It's possible, but we're not optimistic. Booker just came. What did Booker come back from? What was he out for? Ankle, right? Ankle? Leroy said, great job as usual. Enjoy your evening. Appreciate you, Leroy. Appreciate you. Enjoy yourself as well. Enjoy your rest of the night. Drew said, someone told me in the comments the Raptors are going to beat the Knicks when I said the Knicks beat them 4 times. I told them I don't know about that. Yeah. Hip for Booker. It's always something with Booker, unfortunately. He would be one of my favorite players to watch. He is, when healthy, one of my favorite players to watch. He's just such a smooth basketball player. I always thought he'd find a way to end up in New York. And when the when the Suns eventually kind of moved past, they traded Bridges, they got KD, team was not good, they moved off of KD. I thought it was signaling a time of like, okay, yeah, they're going to look to move off of Devin Booker any minute now as they go to a full rebuild, tank mode. And I was like, nah, Karl-Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, very good friends. Leon Rose, Devin Booker, closely connected from their time back in college. He represented him in the NBA. I always thought Devin Booker was going to end up as a New York Knick, especially once Leon Rose took over the Knicks. And now I don't know. I think maybe in his 30s, as he's winding down his career, maybe he does Leon Rose a favor. As the Suns move in a different direction, he's like, hey, thanks. I'll go, play a couple of years with the Knicks and that's it. But when he's past being a star, who knows? But that, it feels like it's sailed. So, Suns Jen said never. Do you think he retires a Sun? I think he retires a Sun. I don't see him going anywhere. He's already stuck it through so many bad seasons. I don't see why he would ever leave. Unless they just decide to not pay him. I feel like that's the biggest reason he stays there is they just pay him every time. Amen, always appreciate you. Nick said everyone who gave up should learn from this. Our defense has been excellent. What was missing? Yeah, it has been the big. They're up to 8th. They're up to 8th in defensive rating this season. My goodness. If I told you before the season that Mike Brown would have the Knicks playing better defense than Tom Thibodeau did, what would everybody have said? They would have called us crazy. So, appreciate you, Mark, as always. Suns Gen has been playing since day one. It's everybody's playing from day one, except until it isn't. So, everybody wants to retire with the team that drafted them, especially the stars. Until it isn't. David Oz Jr. said Booker or Giannis? Whatever costs the least. Which is neither. So I don't think the Knicks end up with either. D. Grant said Devin Booker will be 30 years old this year. He is getting up there, man. He is getting up there. I still feel like he's perpetually like 26 years old. Nick Yak said, we can't just add Booker on a max contract. Very true. Very true. I don't think it will happen. I don't even think it's in the realm of possibility. I don't even think the Suns are looking to trade Booker. I don't think the Knicks are looking to acquire Booker. It's just a pipe dream that I had at one point in my life. That is now over with. Joseph said, much respect to Mike Brown. I think that the Spurs game, we didn't talk about this, but I want to give a ton of respect to Mike Brown. Great point, Joseph. I thought he coached probably his best game this season against the Spurs the other night. And he coached a really good game against the Raptors today. I think he's pushing all the right buttons. I think he has a really nice feel for his for his roster right now and his players. I think his players are finally getting the feel for the coach and what he's looking for and what he's asking for from each guy. And I think guys are getting comfortable in their roles. I think some of the acquisitions that the front office made in terms of Alvarado, even Jerry Sohan, the improvements of Mo Diwara, I think it's all just really, really helped and benefited this team just all around, like cleaning up the edges. And look how much it benefits a team to clean up the edges, right? Bridges doesn't have to worry about being the lone point of attack defender anymore, right? Anunoby knows he's got help defensively. Towns is just a significantly better defender this year. Mike Brown's doing a great job of putting him in position to be successful, where I think Tom Thibodeau did not do that. I think my biggest criticism of Tom Thibodeau last year was he just put Karl-Anthony Towns in a position where he could get picked on defensively all game long, by consistently playing him in drop coverage. So that was one of my bigger problems with Tom Thibodeau last year. And this year he's cleaned that up. The Thunder are fully pulling away from the Bulls now. They're up by 15. The Bulls don't want to win basketball games. The Thunder do. Also, let's pull up the Thunder. I'm pretty sure J-Dub is still out with the injury, right? SGA just returned recently. But SGA and Hartenstein will be available to play tomorrow. I assume AJ Mitchell will still remain out, but we'll see. J-Dub has been out for a while. He's not close to returning. He's about a week away, I'd say. We know Thomas Sorber is out for the season. So we'll go over it tomorrow. They do play the Oklahoma City Thunder tomorrow. We could take a look at the schedule now. No other really games to cover. We've gone through them all. So tomorrow the Knicks play the Thunder. It is a 7 p.m. start time, so we will be live at 6:30 for our usual pregame rundown. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me tonight. As far as any other games we're covering tomorrow, so if we start at 7, we're done at around 9:30-ish. So the other ESPN game is Hawks-Bucks. Battle of the mid. Just that said, Dort's been playing dirty. Yeah, my biggest concern playing against the Thunder is escaping that game healthy. And I think that also played into the role. Just thinking about it now, it's a good point, just that might have also played into the role of Mike Brown just being like, well, how about we just don't play Mitchell Robinson against the dirtiest team in the league right now? It is extremely dangerous to play them with players who have an injury history. Last thing you want is Mitchell Robinson getting hurt on March 4th, as you're trying to make a playoff run. So, hey, how about we just sit them down in the second night of a back-to-back against the Thunder here? Makes sense to me. So I think the Knicks game will be the only game we cover tomorrow. Tomorrow's game is meh. It's whatever. Stay healthy. That's my exact feelings too, Mark. I don't think there are truly any more real statement games remaining in the regular season. I think you just want to play as well as you can, play as good of a basketball game as you can on every single night, no matter the opponent. Get as many wins as you can. Get good playoff seeding, good positioning in the standings, and go into the playoffs healthy, playing good basketball, and ready to go. And that's, I think, the goal right now, is to just play good basketball going into the playoffs. Obviously, win as many games as you can. But I don't, we are over 50 games to the season. We're 60 games to the season. We have about 20 games left. So, play good basketball. We know this team now. We know who they are. We know what they're capable of. And we know what they can look like when they play poorly. So as far as statement games remaining, I just don't think there are really any more remaining. We know what this team is capable of. We know their strengths. We know their weaknesses. So at this point, go into the playoffs as healthy as you can, playing as good basketball as you can. We played an extra game. We did play an extra game. One of two teams that played an extra game. Spurs being the other one. So I don't know if we want to tune into the Hawks-Bucks tomorrow. It's a 9:30 start time for a middling Eastern Conference game. I don't know why they scheduled this as the late game. Were there no Western Conference teams available? Who knows? But, this Hornets-Celtics game is really interesting, but obviously it takes place at the same time as our Knicks-Thunder game. So we'll be tuned in for Knicks-Thunder, and that'll probably be it, unfortunately. I'd love to do another game, but again, Pacers-Clippers, not great. Hawks-Bucks, not great. We tried watching the Bucks game the other day, or yesterday, and I was honestly frustrated. I was frustrated watching the Bucks. So, We'll probably just cover our Knicks game tomorrow. And then obviously we'll keep an eye around the league. We got Hornets-Celtics going on, which should be a really fun game, a measuring stick game for the Hornets. You want to speak about statement games remaining? The Hornets have a statement game here with the Boston Celtics. What do the Hornets look like against one of the cream of the crop teams in the East here, right? So, just that said, Doc is worthless. Mark Porter said, agree with you. The way Brown is using his players, also, they will be fresh, play the physical, playoff style of play of the playoffs. Yeah. Their minutes across the board are down for the Knicks. He's utilizing his bench more. Guys have gotten rest. You know, coming off of the in-season tournament game, they actually gave guys rest days, right? So, peace for all said, thanks for covering games. Absolutely, peace. Sons Jen said, Grandpa garbage disposal. Judge that's in Mr. 3-1 lose the series legend. Yeah, he holds that record. He's got to hold that record. I don't think anybody else is catching him anytime soon. I don't know how many guys can get to that point and keep getting jobs the way Doc Rivers can. He's just so personable, man. People just like him. We'll go over this on Wednesday, but as far as Thursday's slate goes, we got Warriors-Rockets could be interesting, I guess. That is a prime game. What's the other prime game? We got Pistons-Spurs. We're watching Pistons-Spurs on Thursday. There we go. That's the game. That's the game of the night. That's an 8 o'clock start time, so 10:30? Nope. That could be the only game we cover on Thursday. Yep. It's going to be the only game we cover on Thursday. Can't really cover anything else with it being an 8 p.m. start time. So we're going to watch Pistons-Spurs on Thursday. It should be another fun one. Pistons, tough schedule. They are down for a West Coast road trip here as they go down to Texas. Actually, I don't know if it's a West Coast road trip, but they are going to Texas. Real quick, let me just check their schedule before we sign off here. No, they're just going down there to Texas. Little 3-game road trip here. Orlando, Cleveland, and San Antonio now. Then they come back and play Brooklyn. And they're on the road, Miami, Brooklyn, Philly, Memphis, Toronto, Washington. What an easy schedule to end the season. My goodness. Washington in back-to-back games. You have Golden State, Los Angeles, Atlanta, New Orleans. Minnesota is a tough one. OKC is a tough one. What an easy schedule to end the season. My goodness, they're going to run away with this best record in the East. This was their tough stretch here. New York, Charlotte, Toronto, New York, Chicago, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, Cleveland, Orlando, Cleveland, San Antonio. And they're going to walk out of it with 2 losses, possibly 3, if they lose to San Antonio again tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on Thursday. Yeah, Detroit to me is the real deal. So if we could avoid them in the playoffs, I'd appreciate that. I'd appreciate that very much. But with that being said, we're going to end it right there. Thank you guys for hanging out with me yet again here tonight, even through my ramblings towards the end of the game there. Could have wrapped it up a while ago, but here we are. Thank you guys. This is not the final score, whatever the final score was. 111, I believe it was. It was a 16-point win for the Knicks. Thank you guys. Shout out to all of the channel members. Whether you were gifted a membership or you decided to become a member on your own volition, I appreciate your generosity either way. Thank you guys for supporting the way you have. The season has been incredible. We have a total of 7,000 total views so far here tonight, with still a concurrent viewership of 230 people. This is incredible. This is crazy. You guys have been killing it. Again, this community has been built almost entirely off the back of you guys. All I do is just hit the live button. I do a terrible job of advertising the channel. I do a terrible job of advertising it across my social medias because I've never been very good with social media. It's not my thing. So I appreciate you guys. Onwards and upwards. Appreciate you. The grind will never stop. We will continue to cover as many basketball games as possible with obviously our priority being the New York Knicks. But with that being said, thank you guys. Bruce Fowler, Joseph, Mark, Justice's dad, Hubian, Peace for All. Of course, all of you guys who are in here every night. AP, David Oz Jr. Notice AP not as pessimistic in the chat as he used to be. The team might be turning his opinion around, man. He doesn't have too many things he can go off to be super negative about anymore. And I think that is the biggest compliment I can give this team, is that AP is finding it really difficult to be negative about them. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Remember, brush your teeth before bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.